Wow. Well, hey guys. It's certainly been a couple of weeks. That's totally my bad. Gonna have to apologize in advance for that. But I want to welcome everybody back to another episode of Tater Thoughts with Ty. This one's a real special episode, guys. I got a couple of my good friends, Clay and Connor, here. We were just chilling in my room, talking about some various shits. But this one's a pretty good one, guys. I laughed a lot. I thought it was a good time. These guys are both really good dudes. I've knew them in high school. We've had a lot of, mind-expanding experiences together. But yeah, no, this one's a good one, guys. I'm really enjoying it, and I want to thank everybody who's actually here watching it, because I know I said I would be posting them every week and all this bullshit, and I put that shit on my story the other day that I was gonna do it on that Monday, but now it's been 3 weeks. But it's we don't really need to talk about that. It's not a big deal, right? We can forgive and forget, right? That's the whole phrase there. Yeah, but this is episode 3 of the Tyler's Tater Thought podcast, and I couldn't be more happy to bring it to you guys, and I promise more stuff will be coming out very, very, very soon. This one's not a lie. This last time. I'm not just hyping you up. But alright. Without further ado, welcome Clay and Connor. Thanks, guys. Sorry, guys. I totally lied. Before we get into this, I'd just like to say, if you felt like it, if you enjoyed this show, you felt like maybe helping to support the cause, support this thing, maybe keep this going, maybe offer me some motivation to actually continue putting these episodes out on a weekly basis, because the motivation from within, it's enough, but it could always be boosted a little bit. But if you felt like it, you could check out my Patreon. That's going to be in the link. There's going to be a link in the description below, guys. But that would just be super awesome. I'm definitely still trying to be buying a bus. It's just a little difficult now because I have to figure out where I'm going to actually put a bus, and I have to find a right seller who actually wants a decent price. So there's a lot of things going into that. But I am still trying to buy the bus. I'm still trying to do all the same stuff, and I'd love for your support. But totally your prerogative. You can enjoy the show for free if you'd like. Alright, guys. Now, without further ado, Clay and Connor. Woo!
I prefer just stacking them, actually. I don't actually read any of them.
Just stack them. Honestly, I haven't read a single one of these fucking books. I just stack them up sometimes.
We were fucking just looking at books today.
Oh, I started reading finally.
Yeah, we were just.
Hey, proud of you.
It would be funny just to
get
get
a month and a half to read
the
one book.
weirdest book just to put on our coffee table in the apartment or something, just a little conversation piece. Even if we don't read it, it's just oh.
Make it a funny book,
Congo children. What's that about?
Make it this.
The Holy Bible.
Yeah.
The worst conversation starter for a party.
So you're religious.
Yeah, I like God. I like all the stories where Jesus hangs out with those strippers. So that's my favorite part.
Does he do that?
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Dude, he hangs out with prostitutes.
Okay, have you watched the Da
I heard
Vinci
that in
Code?
a lyric, actually.
Have you watched the Da Vinci
I
Code?
haven't watched the Da Vinci Code.
Pretty much the Da Vinci Code, the premise of the movie is off that Jesus actually had a wife, and that the Holy Grail, his bloodline, is that he actually had a daughter. And you know how they say the Holy Grail holds his blood?
Oh.
They think that's a metaphor for his daughter holds his blood because if he had a kid.
Oh,
the
Holy Grail would
Dude, have you ever heard of
Yeah, that's right. It's
Gnosticism?
why would people be fighting all these wars after a Grail? Wouldn't it make more sense if there was a holy bloodline that they would be fighting all these wars over?
That's an interesting
But
point.
at first, when I watched the Da Vinci Code, I thought that was just made up for the movie point, but it's based off that is an actual thought people had.
Oh, dude, it's called Gnosticism. Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was
yeah,
who they think. And then I didn't realize too. You know, the dude who did the Joker.
Heath Ledger.
No,
Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix. He plays Jesus in a movie called Mary Magdalene that came out 2 years ago, and I want to watch it so bad now because I'm like,
dude.
that would low key be fire.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah, I don't know what is, but I like because I was looking all
we
this
can
stuff
find
up,
it.
and I was like looking at there's a disciple Mary Magdalene that they suspected he was maybe married to, and that would have been the one he had the daughter with.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's no way this is like real kind of. And then I was like watching, and then I was like, okay, Joaquin Phoenix is just in a movie called Mary Magdalene that just like came out 2 years ago. It's like, how am I not gonna watch that kind of now?
Dude, look up Gnosticism with a G. It's like agnostic with the A.
Yeah.
Dude, if we want to find that movie, we'll watch that movie. Like, I'll fucking find it. Or maybe they took it down because it was too true.
No, I think it's
It was
like
too
on
real.
some. I just don't know. It wasn't on a platform where I could watch it at the time, so it wasn't
Okay.
on Netflix, Amazon, or HBO. Whenever I checked it a month ago.
You can
So
find
it's-
any movie online.
Yeah, no, you can find it somewhere 100% because
Yeah.
it looks like it was like a well produced bigger movie. I mean the trailer looked like a good movie. Like they
Yeah.
weren't like, oh, there's some slum movie. It has fucking Joaquin Phoenix in
Yeah,
it.
it do have Joaquin, you know what I mean? Joaquin's on anything that's like... I mean, I feel like anything that's got Joaquin is like automatically credible.
You think?
You ever seen The Master? Master's banging. Okay, wait. Yo! Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, it's on. It's been on, dude. We that whole Mary Magdalene speech, we caught that. We're putting it in.
Oh,
Add that
nice.
on
I
to,
didn't
like, the
even
end,
realize
maybe.
we had to
Yeah.
start it.
Yeah, we just started. That was the whole blooper reel. Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tyler's Tater Thoughts. Is that still what we're calling it?
We don't
That's
have
what we're
tater
calling
tots. You gotta call it like.
That's kind of a little bit of a hole in the plot.
Yeah.
it. It's okay. Doesn't matter.
Replace it with some healthy apples.
Healthy apples. We don't need those tater tots.
Carbs.
This is tater thoughts on a diet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cut
This
back
is
a little.
this is like I couldn't think of anything. We're gonna say like Apple Jacks now. That doesn't really make any sense.
That
Doesn't
No.
translate almost at all because this is cereal and this is a fruit.
Yeah, exactly. And like Jacks has nothing to do with your brain power.
No, it
Nothing to
doesn't.
do with thoughts. You know what I mean?
Fucking brain power. How are the brain pills?
Oh yeah, I bought brain pills today.
Oh, on it?
On it?
Like
No, it's
on
like-
it?
What do you mean on it?
Like, are you,
Oh, it's
Oh,
like
am I on it currently?
No. There's like a brain pill called on it.
Oh no, it's called like Nirvana or something. It's like close to Nirvana.
Fire.
is that
Does it
doing
work?
anything?
I don't know.
How's your brain feeling?
Empowered.
Empowered. Okay. Is it like Adderall? Like, do you feel like you? I probably shouldn't eat and talk.
That's just common courtesy.
You're right. I mean, now I'm just spreading it to the interwebs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's alright.
Which I doubt they would appreciate. But does it feel like Adderall?
No.
Is it even like anything?
I don't
You can't
honestly
even tell.
like notice it at all. Yeah, no.
If I gave you a placebo in that,
Like maybe if you give me a
wouldn't
really
even know.
long division problem, I could solve it now.
That would be the only way to
Really,
test
bro?
it out.
Maybe I took it like.
Why
for
would
the
you even
first-
think that? You would just think you
I don't
might
know.
have the ability to solve long division right now.
Yeah, you sounded really confident
No,
too.
I
You're like,
wasn't
if you gave me a long
No, I
division
said
problem,
maybe
I
I
got
could
it.
Maybe if you just presented me with like a long division problem, I could solve it. Maybe.
Well,
It's my first time
I already
taking
know
this
what I'm
pill.
doing.
I don't know.
I know, but
I don't
guess
know its
like,
power.
but that's where you start the test. Like,
Maybe.
okay.
And then maybe I work my way up.
The
to,
question
like,
is, Tyler, with this
astrophysics.
long division problem, will you know the answer to it?
Oh no.
So there'll be no way
Definitely
to
not.
justify whether this answer is correct.
Maybe
Well,
like
Matt, calculator, yeah,
Yeah.
phones. There's this beautiful thing called a phone we have in our pocket that does everything we ever
Pull out
want.
at any time.
Yeah.
True that.
That we also spend 7 hours a day on average.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to get into that topic right now?
Yeah,
for
we
the
can.
people?
I mean,
Yeah.
Preston was interviewing me earlier for a school project
Your
about.
second interview on your phone used today. Maybe it's a sign.
Yeah, seriously. I've never been interviewed about my phone once, and today has been twice. It's kind of a wake-up call, really. He was interviewing me for fucking whatever movies in the 21st century, I guess it would be, or whatever.
Okay.
They're doing a video project for iPhones, and he asked me how long I'm on my phone for, and I told him 7 hours, and he thought that was, like, ridiculous, thinking the average was 4 hours, and I thought that was ridiculous to think the average in the United States was 4 hours for our age group, which it wasn't.
Yeah, all of this is
Yeah,
sounding ridiculous.
that was the average for, like, the U.S. as a whole or whatever. Our age group, like 18 to 25, was like close to whatever it was, 7 hours. It was like almost
Yeah.
right what I was doing. Which is ridiculous to just think about itself, just that people are on their phones half the day at least.
Dude, like that's the thing is okay. Well, first of all, do you think that they obviously count anytime you're just like listening to some shit, right?
I don't think it does.
I
it's
think your
you have
screen
to be
has
like
to be
on it.
open.
Yeah, like that.
I do believe
Because
it. Like
I
if
listen
you
to
were
music,
listening
like, all
to
day, and my Spotify time's only like 40 minutes.
yeah, it's
Okay,
gonna be
that makes
active
sense.
screen,
Mhm.
literally screen
Yeah,
time.
literally when you're like.
Oh yeah,
Screen time.
Yeah, screen time.
Therefore, it's called screen time.
Good point. Fair enough. But I looked at mine and I was like at like 5:51, but then my
That's pretty
Snapchat
good.
said like an hour and a half.
Your
Gotta
Snapchat.
cut down
Yeah.
your Snapchat time.
I guess I gotta cut down. I'm snapping way too often.
I understand that Snapchat's kind of like a addiction. I feel like.
Dude, Snapchat is an addiction.
No, it
Snapchat,
is.
like getting that notification and then being like, oh, what's on the other side of this
Yeah.
picture, man? What am I gonna see when I click this shit?
Just a quick little glimpse too. You just get for a few seconds.
Exactly.
Then
It's
the
like
next one comes.
it's like crack. It's like you get a small hit, you know what I mean, and then you move on. And then it's never a picture of tits. So it's like, what's the fucking point? All right, I have a long division problem for you.
I really regret saying I might be able to do this.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said shit, dude. You should have said like, oh, I could like, I don't know,
Division's the hardest one.
write you a
What
haiku
is
or
it?
something.
You got decimals in here.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
decimals
you
in
got
here.
decimals.
Wait, you're on the brain pills, man.
How complex is it?
Extremely.
Want to read it aloud?
I'm not solving it. I'll tell you that right.
All right,
now.
100.
You give it a shot.
1,538.62 divided by 8.5. Go.
Go.
Can I
Sorry,
use my
should
calculator?
No, god damn it. Yeah, I guess. If you're already gonna be on it for 7 hours, defeats the purpose of the brain pills. though,
Okay, well
doesn't
that
it?
just proves that
What?
at least you can't do long division on them. That's the one thing it did prove.
Yeah.
At least long division
Confirmed.
with
Can't do
decimals.
long division with decimals.
True. As long as you have your phone in the vicinity,
Yeah.
which makes sense. Yo, can you write a haiku?
What's that?
Type of
It's like a
Like a
type of
poem?
poem, yeah.
I could write a haiku. Yeah.
5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables.
What do you think the answer is to this problem? Like if you just took a shot in the dark. Let's see if you're.
Okay. What were the numbers again?
It's more than 100, I'll tell you that.
1538.62
It's. I bet it's right under 200.
divided by
I'm gonna go
8.5.
100.
You saw my screen.
No,
didn't you?
I didn't. I
Okay,
swear on
okay.
my life, I'm just going like,
Alright,
okay,
I believe
800,
you.
and it was 8.5, so 850 would be 100, right?
Okay.
And it was like
What's your guess?
15. So I'm gonna go 182.
What's your guess?
Okay.
I feel like you're weirdly
I'm going-
impressed with mine.
181.6.
Oh, what the fuck is that? That wasn't.
What do
That's,
you
that's
mean?
just
That
not
is
up
quite
mine.
literally the most impressive thing I've ever seen. It was 181.0.
Okay, fuck you. At least you ended up getting it
So,
though.
I
What
guess
are you talking about? Hey man, we were both on top of that. Okay, it's fine. I might have just used you as a hint. It's fine.
apparently my brain pill makes me the dumbest one here.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
the
yeah.
only one that couldn't solve it.
It works in reverse. It actually devolves your brain power.
Confirmed.
Damn, dude, it makes
That was
us
the most
smarter.
expensive thing you bought at Sam's Club too.
Yeah.
What those fucking brain pills?
It really just makes everybody in the room smart.
Yeah. I'm
That's
just
it.
giving off like smart
It
vibes.
just shows how dumb you really are.
Yeah.
Therefore, making everyone else smarter in the room.
No, it's like you're an idiot. You bought brain pills.
Yeah.
Like, clearly, you already know that though.
That's
Because
pretty
Michael
impressive
Jordan
though. You were both
soccer.
within like one. What are you saying?
I was just like, he's got a fucking Michael Jordan jersey, soccer jersey up there. I
Oh.
didn't notice that at first. I didn't realize the little sports in the
Sea
corner
Dogs.
over
Oh,
there.
thanks, dude. Yeah,
Sea
yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, I got a little Sea Dogs.
Isn't the Sea Dogs logo kind of like clean? Like, isn't
We
that
were
kind of a
looking at
nice
hats
logo?
that
Kinda dope.
listed.
I like it.
Was it
Yeah.
today? Yeah.
No, last time.
Oh, last time, yeah, the Portland one. They're actually kind of fire now. It's got like the P, the seal kind of just coming
yeah.
out of it with the little hat on.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of a
Okay.
badass logo.
Rep
Okay.
your,
Portland
like,
too.
home
Yeah, it's
team.
even cooler now that you
Yeah.
like maybe aren't in Portland. You got like the little hat when you go back to college.
True. They're like, damn, I know where you're
Of the
from,
minor
bro.
league baseball
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
They got some stars that
Dude.
come out of there though, like Mookie Betts, like those
How
guys.
long was he
Dude,
playing
true. We
before?
did get Mookie Betts out of there.
Yeah, and some other random guys like Dustin Pedroia maybe.
Yeah, but aren't those like when they get hurt, like they send him down to like
Maybe.
Yeah, we got Manny Ramirez out of there
I'm not
for
really
sure,
familiar
dude.
with the Sea Dogs organization, to be honest with you.
the farm system and how
Yeah.
it works?
Dude, should we just start repping Sea Dogs?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like
What was
Sea
that
Dogs.
other like baseball team? There's like another baseball hat logo they have there that's a moose with like two baseball gloves as it's like fucking.
Wait, what?
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
But
I
we don't know
it
what
is.
team it's for. It's a moose, but it's like antlers or like baseball gloves.
Is it like a Maine team?
You would hope so if it had a fucking moose on it. What
Yeah.
other state would just be repping a moose?
Well, the only thing I could think of is Canada, and that's not a state.
Ooh, could be Canada.
Canada just
Like
has their
Quebec.
own minor league. Oh, well, they do have baseball. That's low key what it
Yeah, it
is.
probably is Quebec.
Wait, why would they get a moose though? Why wouldn't they have like a Frenchman?
Why do we have
Why
a
would
sea
they have a
dog?
French man in
No.
Canada? That's a good
Why
point.
do we have a sea dog?
Yeah,
Do we even have seals?
yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely do. But I don't know if we have like seal dog mixes.
Isn't that what a seal? Isn't that the
Is
point
that
of
what
a seal?
dog is?
Isn't a sea dog a
Oh,
seal?
is it?
I
I
think.
thought it was.
Is it
I
just a
didn't
different
realize
name
it
for
was
one?
a cross between a seal and a dog. That's not what I was led to believe, at least by it.
Yeah.
I
By
thought
the
this.
name, you would think.
I mean,
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
for whatever reason that was just how they referred to the seal. As-
I never really thought about it too much. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I always just thought it was like an aquatic dog.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I just thought it was a fucking seal. At the point was I think it was like a cross between a dog and anything. I thought
Yeah.
sea dog.
Sea dog biscuits.
Yeah, why the fuck?
True.
Does
Those
it
are
make
the
less
shit
and less
though.
sense?
That's
You
the
hear
best
that?
part about the sea dogs.
That got discontinued.
Had
though.
you ever got to do like the?
What?
Yeah, the guy was like a something like a pedophile or
Oh,
racist.
great. Okay.
Pedophile, and you can't make ice cream when you're a pedophile.
God damn it, dude! Why
But
do
they
pedophiles
continue
have to
the
ruin all
brand,
the
like
good
you can't
things?
still make ice cream sandwiches, but it's like tarnished forever because the pedophile like, used to make them.
Dude, they're literally Miss Fields chocolate chip cookie sandwiches.
Yeah, you can't recreate that. Like the Sea Dogs don't own it. Some guy was like making it for him that happened to be a
Yeah.
pedophile on that side.
You can bring your own cookies and vanilla ice cream, but
To the
you can't-
games
yeah.
now. That's like their new policy because they can't like allow it. They know that's what's driving it. It's like, well, people aren't showing up now. Maybe it's because they can't eat ice cream sandwiches.
They'll sell them to you individually.
Bring your
not
own
together.
ice cream
But not
sandwich to the
together.
game.
Yeah. When you put it together, it's a
You
little
gotta
too
connect
creepy.
the dots.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that used to be the best part of the sea dogs, though, was the biscuits.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the point?
And the
man?
speed pitch.
And the
Remember
yeah, that one was fun. Yeah. Just like the half-assed like baseball game shit that they would have there.
When they had
You
those
could tell it was
inflatable
half-assed.
things come out at like halftime or like the seventh inning
Halftime.
stretch,
I think
Yeah.
they're only 7 innings long.
the sixth inning stretch, and I don't fucking know. Like whenever they have a break, the longest break, isn't that normally the seventh inning? Like
In
is
regular baseball.
Yeah. And
yeah. Well, so
baseball.
whatever Sea Dog seventh inning equates to, like, have you ever seen when they have those inflatable like people like characters like go out on the field
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
run around?
Yeah, the most entertaining part of the baseball game.
There's the one that like eats the dude and like spits out his clothes and then like spits out the guy naked again. That's the best
Wait,
part.
why I do
Yeah,
not
You have
remember
not
that?
seen that one? There's like
No,
one
I
of the
think they catch-
inflatable things. Like his thing is like eating stuff, and at first they have like a security guard who's playing fetch with him with like a ball. He
Yeah.
looks like a clam almost or something. And then eventually he comes back and he like eats the dude, and you're like, what? And then the two dudes are like in the costume and they throw out like his clothes and stuff, and then like the dude spits him out, and the dude's in his underwear.
Wait, what?
You've never?
See,
I've seen this at multiple Sea
Wait,
Dogs
You're
games.
the one with the Sea Dogs merch. You got like you should know this type of
I
stuff.
mean, you're right. I should know this stuff. I just didn't realize that like the entire Sea Dogs organization was the pedophile, or was
no, it's just the ice cream guy.
Just the ice cream guy.
Yeah.
I
He
bet
was
the ice
also
cream guy.
working
I
that
don't know
like
if he was a
position
pedophile
too.
though. Like I don't want to like ruin this.
Oh,
guy's-
okay.
This guy's
He was
watching the
something-
podcast
the
and his
creator.
career is
Yeah.
ruined.
No,
because
he
of
was
that.
something. Like he was canceled.
So he's canceled regardless.
Oh,
so
he
why
was
can't
already
he be
just
canceled
He just
for
might
two
have
innings?
not been into children.
So let's look at his name so we can out him. You know what I mean?
Out him.
Yeah.
It might have been like a
him on
race thing, to be
blast.
honest with you.
Oh really?
Yeah, one of the two, I'd say.
Oh shit, dude. Grayson.
Grayson?
Is that what you said?
Race.
Oh.
It might have been a race.
A race thing.
Oh, a
Grayson.
racist. I was like, did you just take a wild guess on his name and you came up with Grayson?
Maybe
With my brain
Grayson.
power.
Yeah, you're seeing psychically
Yeah.
into what he was.
Awesome.
A racist and a pedophile named.
It was a racist
Grayson.
or a pedophile.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
No.
for all we know, it
Yeah.
could have been both. Just because your one doesn't rule out the other,
This
it
is a
could
good
easily
point.
be combined.
Dude, this is a good point.
If anything, you're probably more likely to be a racist if you are a pedophile.
Dude, I was just about
Nothing
to say
against
that.
racist people and saying that they're pedophiles or vice versa.
But they probably are.
They probably are.
They probably are. Like, more than likely, they are.
More than likely, they got a foot in both camps.
Yeah, definitely. They're only stealing white boys.
How do you think those guys like
White children.
actually? Have you ever seen like any of the Chris Hansons or stuff? Like, take a seat.
Have you ever seen any of those?
No.
To
Catch a
Catch a
Predator?
Predator?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why. For some reason, when you said Chris Hansen, I thought of Jim Henson, like the Muppets guy. I was like, what?
The Muppets guy.
But how do you
I didn't
like
know he
you
was a
know like the
pedophile.
show like Chris Hansen?
Yeah,
like, is
yeah.
Like, Pixie,
Yeah, exactly.
what are you doing here?
You know the guy who's like, yeah, you want a bite of this pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, what
It's
do
like,
you
no,
think those
I'm good.
guys like? No way they're starting at just like texting a 13-year-old girl right off the bat, or is that how you start
Oh no,
that way?
I think,
No,
dude,
you go
I
on a
think
mental.
those dudes get entrapped.
Get
I think
trapped.
those dudes get entrapped.
I was
somehow.
actually thinking
What do
that a
you
little too.
mean?
How can it not be? Because the girl literally in all the
Yeah.
videos comes out. They send a girl who's supposedly supposed to be underage. And
Yeah,
she's like,
who's like
come
18.
in, I want to hang out
Sure.
with you so bad. Come in.
Yeah.
And then like she comes in and then they go in another room and she's like, I'm just doing laundry. I'll be right out. And then Chris Hansen comes out. Take a seat.
That's the thing is I don't understand. Like as soon as those people see a dude, they're
None
not
of
just
them
like, I'm leaving.
None of
Like,
them. Almost none of them. That's
None
the
of
best
them
part.
will.
They all almost always. Chris Hansen's like, take a seat, and they're like, I guess I'm gonna take a fucking seat.
yeah.
You'd think no, you would. You'd think you'd run like you're.
You think they would run?
You would think
Chris Hansen just alpha
because
males
even
them.
best
They don't
case.
know what to do.
No,
True.
best
Take
case
a
in
seat,
it-
pal. And they're like,
They're just
okay.
gonna listen.
Best case scenario for that guy, that's the girl's father.
Best case
No,
scenario, that might be
or-
worst case
No,
scenario.
that's
No,
what I'm saying. No, worst case
Or
scenario.
I just thought about
NBC,
it like this.
The police are here and you're on national TV.
Yeah,
that's
but if
worst
it's the
case.
dad, you can
No, I'm
kick
saying-
your ass.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you're the guy taking the seat there, what is best case scenario you taking that seat?
No, that Chris Hansen is another older man, and you guys are gonna tag team that.
It's like I'm
girl
also
together.
here to see Jess. Take
Exactly,
a seat. We need to
dude.
talk about the plan.
That's what I think. That's what I think. That first goes through their head. They're like, okay, all right, we're talking about turns right now. All right.
Are there many of them like recognize Chris Hansen and you're just like
They
shit.
must,
It
right?
almost
They
seems like they
must.
don't though, like, cause no one's sometimes they're like, oh, but most of the time they like
Yeah.
still seem like to try to explain it
Yeah,
off,
a
and
lot
they're
of
like,
them do ask,
who
like,
are
who are
you
you?
though? Like, can you tell me? Who
Yeah.
are you? He's like, we'll
What
get
the
to
fuck
that.
are you- Yeah. There's just cameras here,
But then
and obviously
going
I'm
back to
Chris
even like
Hansen.
that, it's like he has a list of all your texts, and they're like, who are you?
Yeah.
Just what?
Yeah.
I'm your god now.
You know,
I am
he
your
got-
savior, and there's no saving.
He got arrested like a year or two ago for like he was writing bad checks that were bouncing
What?
with something.
Chris Hansen?
Yeah, Chris Hansen,
No. God damn
If
it.
you, if
Someone
you were
came
the
into
pol-
his
yeah,
house.
if you were the police guy, you have to do that to Chris Hansen. Hey, Chris, come in here.
Take a
seat.
Take a seat.
Like pulls out the checks.
Yeah, pulls out the checks. He's like, "You been going around town, buying ice cream for kids, maybe? Try to purchase a new couch, maybe? Doing any of these?
Right. Check saw Chris Hansen.
Why did you bring a checkbook here tonight?
That's
What was the
fucking
purpose of
awesome.
that?
Check your bank account in a little while, bud. Don't think so.
Well, that was also another thing. He must have run into money trouble at some point if he's writing
Apparently.
bad checks or like
Yeah.
tax
True.
evasion. It was one of those.
True. What?
One of those
Where's all his
white-collar
pedophile
crimes.
catching money? Like, what is he
Maybe
spending?
he just does it for like the fun of it. Like he doesn't actually. Make
He
money
does it
off
for the chase, not for the money.
Yeah, literally, he gets like a high off of that take a seat kind of moment. He's just like, I'm powerful.
He definitely does.
Well, the
Those
other
are
thing
power
too
trippers.
is like those guys. How do they not know it's fake? Because probably the whole time they've been on there, they haven't gotten one attractive like 14-year-old girl that ever like started
Well,
talking
that's
to them.
probably why
Then
they show
all
up.
of a sudden,
They're
like
it's
they're not
the first girl
suspicious
to
of
ever
at
give
all
any
because
attention.
all of a sudden they
Mhm.
must pull up their phone and all of a sudden a 14-year-old girl's like, oh yeah, I want to come over. You should come
Yeah,
over.
come
My
over.
parents aren't home for the weekend.
You're like 45 and extremely fat, but yeah, come over.
Yeah,
That's
please.
what I'm into.
That's, yeah,
That's what I want.
well, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about like, okay.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it like, and then
It's
they
fun
even
to
do
get
it like the
out.
other way around.
This is it. God, thank you. They
don't
like
think
said
there's
make a
been-
prayer before they go
Because
inside.
they even have like kids, like boys do it, and it's always guys. I don't think they've ever had a girl.
I imagine
Not what is that? Is that a mental thing that like
must
not
be.
one girl I feel like has ever
If
been
it's-
on? Because they even have like
Good
guy
point.
like Teen
If it's
Wolf
a
always
girl-
like in a gay setting with an older dude.
I
Yeah.
think
But
if
they-
it's a girl, then she's just a teacher.
Well, that would
Oh!
be fine.
No, that's true.
That
That
would be
all the
that's every
time.
boy's dream.
The
Yeah,
only
that would
time,
be
like,
dang.
girl- or maybe you just think it's not as big as a deal, like society. If like an
No, it's like the
older
South
girl,
Like
Park
Miss
like
episode.
W.
You know
like,
the South Park
we
episode?
We can't
No,
say
that
it.
is true,
Oh,
like, the
that
one
is
time
They
I
South
go
got
to
Park
the
episode.
cops and they're like, oh, like this person was like having sex with my kid, and they're like, get out the notebook, and they're like, oh, like what was it? And then they're like, no, it was actually like a girl.
and then they start like,
And they're like,
go on.
Yeah, like nice. Yeah,
And the
that's
issue
exactly
is,
what
sounds
they-
like he's a lucky son of a bitch.
like, did he receive oral? Yes. Nice.
But that is actually true. Like, the only people I could think about that are the pedophile for women is, like, in that teacher role. It's the
Yeah,
only time you would hear
yeah.
about it is, like, when women, like, take
point.
advantage of a guy.
Good
I wouldn't
point.
even, you could say take advantage of. They do, though. Because they're older. They're in, like, a authoritative position over them,
Yeah.
too. If
True.
it was a guy in that role the other way around, you'd be like,
Oh, that'd be
okay.
horrible.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
it'd be
you'd
pretty
be like,
awful.
oh, they've definitely forced it with grades wise, and like he definitely
Yeah.
used his like power over. But like with the woman, you'd just be like, well, she was good looking, so
Yeah.
definitely he did not want it.
Yeah. Well, that's a well.
He
Okay,
did
and that
not
is also a
want it.
factor. Is that like they were definitely into it, dude?
The
Like
boys.
the guys,
Yeah.
like the guys are definitely never coming out and
Yeah, but
being like,
this is
I don't
also
want
funny
it.
that we're
like,
just making
like
these-
arrest them.
You would never make these assumptions the other way around with women. It would sound horrible. Like, oh yeah, but she probably wanted it. But we're like sitting around with the guys and like we're because we are guys and we're like, okay, well you would probably want that.
Yeah,
That's
Good point.
you would in that
I feel like any
situation.
boy in growing up would have
True.
been completely fine with that.
It's a
To be
fucking
honest.
category on
I can
Pornhub
think of
for a reason.
Yeah, good point. I can think of a couple teachers I wouldn't have mind
Yeah.
hanging out with. I'm gonna reminisce on that for a second. Yeah, not bad.
Not
One of them
bad.
started to show us her tattoos
Really?
in class. I was like,
What class you
Okay.
teach?
can we see all of them? I don't know. Can I? I don't know. Would it
No,
give
just
it
say
away?
the class she taught.
The subject.
Yeah.
There's only 4 subjects.
English.
English, yeah, that's enough.
We know who it was.
Most likely.
Yeah.
I was in the sped English, so I didn't get the
Oh,
teachers
man.
like you guys.
That's rough.
I'm dyslexic. It was
You
a
wanna
hard
talk about that?
Yeah, it was a hard upbringing.
Yeah.
Everything was backwards growing up.
Right was left.
Right was left, left was
Good
right.
was bad.
Nothing made sense.
Yeah.
Then finally I got
Literally.
help. Turned everything around.
Really?
Could start seeing the alphabet the right way.
Oh.
All flipped.
Proud of you.
Yeah, let's give it
So
a
were you like
I can
always
read.
tripping? Like were you was it just like and
Always
then like
just,
letters
like,
would
out
just
of
go
it.
whoa?
Yeah, is that what it's like?
The only way I could say dyslexia is like I would never like be like, oh, is that a B or a D? Like, you know, like in that it would be like letters. If it would be like a vowel sound, I couldn't tell you what vowels would make that sound. Like I wouldn't be like, is that an A or an I together or just an E there? Like what vowel would, it was always vowels and like the combinations and the sounds
Oh.
never made any sense.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
But it wasn't
interesting.
like actually getting letters necessarily like confused with each other.
Oh, so it wasn't like a visual thing?
No, it's not like
It's
a
more like an
visual thing. It's like I
understanding thing?
literally sometimes like can't picture like the letters that would make a sound in my head. I'm like,
Whoa.
It's like such a brain. Like you know when you have something on the tip of your tongue,
Yeah.
you're like, I know it, but like you just can't say it as like that. You're like, okay, you know that sounds so easily, but what are the letters that make that sound?
yeah,
Why am I
yeah.
just brain farting on this so hard right now?
No shit,
It's
dude.
just like that every now and then, but otherwise it's like
That's
normal.
crazy. There's just like a mental block.
Yeah,
there
it's
that
only
just,
when
is
I'm
not
writing. Like
letting
I
you do
can
it.
read stuff. It's like when I'm trying to come up with the word myself and I can't see it and I'm trying to picture it. I just like cannot picture some sounds.
That sucks, dude. Is that like still a problem?
Not as much anymore
Okay.
as I've gotten older and just read it. Pretty much like you just read and write more and you just like
And you
pick
get
up.
over
And you're
it.
just like a little slower. That's literally it.
Oh.
It just takes a little longer for stuff to click. Really,
You're just kind of on the spectrum. It's
you're just a
fine.
little on the
A
spectrum.
little bit.
It
It's
just takes a
okay.
little longer for the alphabet to click.
Yeah, take some mushrooms and like open up your brain a little more.
All of a
You'll
sudden
be
he's
fine.
not dyslexic.
Yeah.
Only
dude.
on mushrooms though.
He's like Percy Jackson, like he reads the Greek.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's my comparison.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson in that movie is like dyslexic, and
Oh,
and then they
dude.
tell him
Hero.
they're like, of course you couldn't read English, Percy. Your brain's hardwired for ancient Greek.
Yeah, dude. I remember watching those movies and being like, "Fuck, I want ADHD, man."
Yeah.
Like, I wish I was dyslexic.
You start telling
Meet
people
your
you have
Greek
ADHD
god
just
if
so
you
can-
just have lower on the spectrum.
Yeah. As long as you have a learning disability, you can be a demigod.
Who would be your?
He can just hold his breath underwater too a long time, and he's dyslexic. Those are the two key signs for it.
Who do you think your Greek god's father would be?
My Greek god's father.
No,
would
like your Greek, like you know Percy Jackson had like Poseidon.
be? Yeah.
Which would yours be?
Oh! I
Oh,
get what you're
good
saying
question.
now.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying now. You're just saying it weirdly. Oh, Jesus. What's the messenger one? That one seems kind of
Is that
retarded.
Apollo?
Hermes.
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 Yeah,
I'll be fucking
Hermes.
Hermes with like the little speed shoes.
Yeah, dude. They got
Delivering
some.
all your things.
Yeah, just deliver little messages to people.
Yeah.
Yo, do you guys see
Gossip
that?
letters.
You guys see that anime on Netflix called like Blood of Zeus or something?
No.
It's about like a fake Hercules, but it's all about like the Greek gods. Dude, it's badass.
You know what's funny about speaking of animes?
Yeah.
So Preston comes home. I haven't seen anyone buy a DVD in 5 years. He comes home with Spirited Away on
Hell
DVD.
yeah, dude.
And I was like, that Thai Edge experience clearly like had some like grip on him because this kid went out of his way to DVD buy Spirited
You
Away
bought it?
on DVD. Do you know anyone that's bought in a DVD movie in the last 5 years?
Dude, that's fucking awesome. I had an impact on that man.
Seriously?
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I forgot he was there.
Yeah.
So he just fucked with that movie.
Yes. He
Hell
just like
yeah.
loved that movie for whatever reason.
Fuck yeah.
That was like a low-key, like, it's one of
It
those
was
good
good.
movies, like, even the more you look back on it, like, kind of the better it is, just because there's so much, like, really more meaning behind it.
And it's like really hard to understand at first. You're sitting there like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? Like,
It's, like,
this guy's
so
got
weird
8
at first.
arms and shit.
Her
And
parents
like,
just become pigs at one point, you're just like,
Yeah.
what?
yeah.
But then you're like,
kinda
oh, that
morbid.
low-key is just, like, a sign of, like, greed and, like, all these
Yeah.
things, like, it's just all this meaning behind it that's so
Mhm.
much deeper.
Dude.
And the more you think about it, the deeper it gets, and therefore the best. Those movies are the best. The ones that you think about, and the just literally not watching them is the best part. Is
Dude.
like thinking about is the best part.
Dude, literally, like that, like slow burn, or like a slow burn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like you keep thinking about it just
Yeah.
a little all the time.
Yeah, like a week later, you're like, oh, I get it. Like,
Just always have it on the burner, kind of going.
yeah, exactly. Dude, that movie is fucking awesome. But that's the thing with all those movies too, like Spirited Away. Like, you ever seen Princess Mononoke?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen like any of those movies, so I saw
Yeah,
like the
send us some
Spirit Away.
anime movies.
Dude, I will.
I've only
HBO
seen
Max,
the one, and I
dude.
liked it.
HBO
Max. Hit up Studio Ghibli on HBO Max. Go watch. Dude, you got to see Princess Mononoke. That movie's crazy. That movie's all about like, you'll watch it and you'll be like, oh, this is like kind of cool. It's just like some dude in the woods who gets like
Yeah.
exiled and he's got to save the forest. But it's really about like deforestation and like industrialization versus like the natural beauty of things, and like they're killing the spirit of the forest at some point, and like
Have
Kinda
you
like the
ever seen the
Lorax.
original
Yeah.
Avatar? Like the original Avatar that they base all these movies
The
off of?
show?
like
Like,
the Airbender,
No, they had like a movie, like, you know Avatar, like the one with the aliens?
like the blue one.
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
blue one.
They had like
okay,
a movie
okay.
that came out.
like
probably
the
in,
James
the-
Cameron movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had a movie before like that is based off of like come
Wait,
out
what?
in like the 90s where it's like not it's like these little colonies in like the Amazon that's a part of a big tree, and like these people come in and cut it down and they don't even know like they're destroying like this habitat, but they think that
Oh.
Avatar's kind of based off that movie. Cause
What's
it's,
that
like,
called?
We've watched it such a long time ago. I'll have to fucking look it up here right now on fucking.
I just remembered I'm gonna have to edit this.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I was kind of thinking in my head like, oh, I'll put up like little pictures in front of things and show people what we're talking about. I'm not doing that shit. Sounds
Is that
like
hard
way
to
too.
do?
Like not really, but kinda. It's work.
Yeah.
The other day, or last time when I was doing it, it took me like fucking 4 hours just to
Really?
like upload it. And like nobody wants to hear about this because we're talking about like technical shit
Yeah.
now. But like, dude, like 4 fucking hours. It sucked, dude.
You don't like doing it?
Well, I mean, I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
But the problem that time was that I was just literally just like, I was waiting for shit to load and like download.
Oh, yeah.
That's the real annoying thing.
Yeah.
Like, if I was doing it, I wouldn't have minded it. It would have been done in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Alright,
You gotta
maybe I'm
put it,
just
like, the
talking
whole
out my
team
ass
together.
here.
exactly, dude, literally. Then I gotta like find images, and I like bought all this shit for it. Like I went and bought like licenses to stock photos so that I could
Oh,
just like
really?
have stock
Yeah.
photos. Yeah, where do you think that picture of the tater tots came from, baby?
You had to buy that?
I had to buy that shit, yeah. And I had
Oh,
to
I
buy
wouldn't even think of like
technical
that
images.
shit.
Yeah, there's so much that goes into it. You wouldn't think so. And then I realized like, oh fuck, if I don't want to get copyrighted or like I want the rights to the shit, I have to buy it.
and actually like do it the right legal way to a degree.
Yeah, it's not just like turning in some shit to my teacher like at the end of the semester, like trying
Just
to get
putting
extra
the three
credit.
links on the last page that give them credit.
Yeah, exactly. Not a single MLA format at all. Just being like, yeah, this is where I
If
did
you
that
actually
shit.
click on the links to it, maybe leads to a photo in that realm, but it's not that exact photo.
Yeah, it leads to like the Google search of the photos, and there's like 80 photos of it.
It's the most limited level of credit given.
Yeah, it's somewhere on there, dude. It's just not mine. That's the point. It's not my photo. I wish I could just write "not mine" on everything, and
Yeah.
then that would be enough, right?
Just all you have to do is not give someone credit, but deny credit.
Deny it, yeah.
I'm not saying I did this, but I'm gonna turn it in.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know who the fuck did.
It wasn't me, though.
Yeah, I promise. I had nothing to do with that shit. Oh. So I gotta change the subject real quick.
Go for it.
I think I found a bus to buy.
Did you? I just wanted to
Yeah.
ask you about that actually.
Yeah, yes. So, word, I beat you to it, man. I found a bus to buy, and if I can find my phone, I would show you,
You lost
said
your
bus.
phone?
Yeah, I lost my
How?
phone already. I don't know. I got caught up in the excitement. Yeah, you're right. How do I lose something that I'm on all day long? Literally.
I thought you had it like over there.
Oh, it's right here.
My
Okay.
mom got me one of those. What do you call those key things? You put it on your keychain. It makes like a noise when you lose it.
Like a tile?
Tile. Thank you.
Yeah.
She bought us the tiles for like Christmas and stuff. The setup, and when you have it on your keychain, so like if you have your phone, it'll tell you where your keychain is. But vice versa, if you click your keychain button, your phone will start ringing on it, which I didn't know. But that's kind of a dope aspect.
Yeah.
That is
So
dope.
if you have your keys, you can find your phone, and if you have your phone, you can find your keys.
You know,
So
you have
you
to,
just
like,
gotta
get a
have one.
membership.
of
Yes, if you lose both, you're
You're
totally,
fucked.
absolutely screwed.
You have to get a membership for that again in like a year.
You have to get a membership,
really?
so it only does the noise. It won't do the GPS unless you pay money for it, which I thought was retarded. So you lose it in your house,
Can
you're
you please
good.
not use that word, Clay?
Sorry,
Hate
mentally
you.
challenged,
Dyslexic maybe. You can say.
dyslexic.
Dyslexic.
What were we even talking about?
Mentally challenged. On the spectrum.
Your tile.
Oh, the tile. Yeah, no, it's dumb. You have to pay a membership to be able to, like, if you didn't lose your phone in your house, the GPS, like, if you lost it in the field, it wouldn't do that unless you paid money.
Oh, what the fuck,
But
dude?
I guess the good news is, like, probably if you really needed it, you could, like, get it, and then it would still, like, tell you where... That's probably how they
Okay.
get most of their memberships. Like,
Yeah.
shit, I need to now buy the GPS
Yeah, now I
package. God
fucking
dang
have
it, why did I even buy this piece of shit?
They hooked me, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they really got me.
When I learned that part, I was like, okay, well, cool. It is cool, but it's like, well, you can only lose it in your house or the room you're in.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of fucking
It's
annoying.
downfall.
So did you buy the GPS? Consume?
We don't. No, we don't have the GPS
Okay.
package yet.
Not yet.
Jesus.
Not yet.
Just waiting for the day you lose it in a field somewhere. Next time we take
Classic
mushrooms.
frolicking in fields, losing your keys and phone. Everyone's been there.
True. I have been there,
Have
actually. Yeah, I've certainly been there. I think we've all been there.
Running from the cops in the woods, losing your.
Oh, that's
Paul's
the
wedding.
worst.
No.
I mean, not Paul's wedding, but Paul's mom's
Yeah.
wedding. The two kids
Shout
took
out
out.
Paul.
Two kids took out. Like,
Shout out Paul gang.
Two kids took out a golf cart at like midnight. It was like on a golf kind of place, and I don't know how they got like, because golf carts are like you have one key, you have the key to them all, kind of. It's like a master key. It's all
Oh,
one.
really?
So they got a key somehow, and they took out the golf cart, and they came back like an hour later. They had somehow crashed the golf cart, and like it was wrecked, and they didn't have their phone or anything on them, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just go find that stuff like tomorrow." And they're just
Jesus.
leaving, and you're like, how is that even a reasonably good idea at all to just leave all that
Yeah,
shit
wait,
out
what?
there?
Yeah, what the
Just
fuck?
leave
That's
it.
so dumb. Just go
That
get.
was so-
Just go back and get it.
That was so funny. Or actually, when you're at the spot, right at the location, the easiest time to find it, you just leave. No, I guess you wouldn't have a
Get it later.
flashlight.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have
Not
a
having a
flashlight.
flashlight's tough.
True.
That would probably screw you
That would
over.
be pretty annoying. And plus, you've just like committed a crime, so they're like,
Yeah.
I'm
But
out.
they just
Whole
leave
deal.
everything there, like their identity and stuff.
Yeah, literally all like every incriminating thing they
Yeah.
could get.
Did you hear? I'm getting a dog
Oh, what?
on Monday.
Proud of
A
you.
puppy is being delivered from Virginia.
What?
I paid a lady like money to drive it up from Virginia. So originally I was supposed to get a dog, okay?
Okay.
From this lady like an hour away from Maine.
Okay.
And I
Oh,
gave
what?
her the down deposit before like she was like the dog's pregnant. And I gave her the down deposit.
Oh, I think you told me about this last time. I
yeah,
saw you or
well
something.
probably that one I did
Some-
at
yeah,
the
that
time.
one, I
That one
think.
was probably still going. And then she was like, there wasn't enough puppies for the amount of people I promised, so she gave me it back. And she
Oh.
was like, I have this friend that's also having puppies, but she's in Virginia, so like a 12-hour drive. I'm like, that kind of sucks, but they were only $300, so I was like, okay, that's
Okay.
kind of cheap, so I could pay the rest of the money. Then I found a lady who will it cost $300 to drive pretty much from Virginia to Scarborough. So then I'm gonna meet her at like the Scarborough Cabela's
Wait, what?
on Monday to pick up this dog.
You're doing some puppy trafficking, dude?
Some puppy trafficking.
Hell yeah.
Named him Pablo too. So.
Yeah, and his name's Pablo.
Connor, get back in frame, motherfucker. You named him Pablo. What kind of dog is he?
Australian cattle dog. Pablo,
Fire.
so it's like a Pablo Escobar vibe, and then it's also
Fire.
that Kanye influence, Life of Pablo and
Yo.
like Saint Pablo.
Hell yeah, dude. Yo, do you
So-
want to... will you show me pictures?
Oh yeah, you want to see? This was the most recent
You want a
photo.
pillow, dude?
I would love a pillow.
Yeah, do you want like some shit to like... It
Like
looks like you're in the
lean on.
most awkward, uncomfortable seating position ever.
Thank you.
There you go, man. No problem.
This is him at 7 weeks, so
Oh,
this
this
was
is
like 2 days ago.
Oh!
Yeah,
That was
it
from
was
2
like
days
He's
ago.
so
2 or
cute!
3 days ago.
Holy shit, dude.
Well, I guess
That
what
is
is
the
it,
most
Wednesday now?
adorable...
So 5 days ago was
fucking
Friday.
puppy.
I'm thinking it's,
What
is
kind of puppy is he?
Aust-
Like, how big is he gonna be? Australian?
so what is your dog? 45 pounds?
Something like that.
That's
yeah.
it's knee high, 45 pounds. So it's like
Okay.
adult male. So I would say like around the size of your dog.
So he's gonna be tiny-ish. Can
yeah,
I show the
you want-
people?
Oh yeah, of course, show the people.
Look at that fucking dog, dude. That thing is adorable.
I get to like FaceTime the lady in Virginia, and she was like holding it, and he just looks so chonks, and he's just like sitting there.
Just completely like limp on her.
Yeah,
fucking-
just like kind of dead.
Yeah, that's awesome. When does she come?
So the lady picks him up in Virginia on Sunday, like this upcoming
Okay.
Sunday, and then she thinks because it's a 12-hour drive and she's picking up at like 10 that it won't be till Monday pretty much, so it'll be
Okay,
like a
fair
little
enough.
over a day to get the dog,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna drive from UMaine back to Scarborough, pick him up, bring him back to UMaine. I went up like a week
Damn.
ago, bought a crate, food, all
Damn,
the shit you
dude.
need.
Damn, you're like having a kid. Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
I am.
How you?
I also
you-
sorry, you said I was like scared too that like the apartment maybe like they would not like it even though you can have dogs. So to make it so he's like a service dog, you need to get like a letter from a therapist or something. And at first I was like, fuck, there's like websites that will. It's like getting a fake make card. It's like there's websites that charge
Yeah.
like $200. You FaceTime with a therapist and then they give you like a prescription.
Yeah, you can use my BetterHelp fucking site.
More thing,
like,
but it was
service
funny.
or
I realized I
whatever.
had a therapist like a year ago, so I just texted him like, "Could you somehow like write me something saying I can like have a dog like as a service thing for like anything?"
Yeah.
And he just wrote me back like a 2 paragraphs, signed it, saying like he thought it would be in my best interest to have like a dog with me all the
What?
time, just by me asking him for
Yo!
this. So it was kind of sick.
That's fucking
So now I just
awesome.
have this letter signed by my therapist and with like a phone number I can show saying it's like in my best health and
Dude.
like interest. And it
Yo.
says Pablo's name too. To have Pablo with me at like all times and like shit. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny. I don't know if that'll really work or anything for
Totally.
anything.
I mean, it must, right? That's
You
like
would
that's
think so.
yeah, totally. You legally have a service dog, dude.
Yeah, then you just get him like registered on any website, and anyone can do that for a service dog. It's like $60,
Dude.
and it's just a service dog.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That's so fucking cool.
No, it's
When
gonna
you
be
get Pablo, we got to do another episode and show
Bring Pablo
Pablo to
on?
the people. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's gonna be sick. Me and
Meet Pablo and Porter.
yeah, when we were at the apartment last semester, especially like Brian too. One day I was just like, we should get a dog. He's like, I was also looking for dogs. And it was just like everyone just wants a dog when you don't. You just want
They
that.
are nice. To
No,
have
you
them
do,
You
around.
you
need
just
that
like a-
fun friend, that
Yeah.
little.
When I'm at college, I miss my dog. You know, like
Yeah,
they're
You
just
do,
so
it
nice to have
is.
around.
true. They always like they got that like I don't know. They're like that. It's like a childlike person.
Well, not like that.
Project
I
your
feel
love
like
to them, they
too-
project it back.
I was just in the apartment
Exactly.
so much doing nothing because I have all like online classes, and I do next semester too. I only have 1 day with real classes.
Speak of the devil.
You dodge
Oh, serious? Always in a friend. Not gonna lie, I love my dog, but he can be annoying as shit sometimes.
That's dog is yeah.
And it's like, dude, I won't even lie. Sometimes I want to fucking, I want to smack the snake around, and that dog just wants to sleep with me, and it's like, dude, how do I kick you out in good conscience right now? Like, I can't. I just gotta give it up. I guess I'm not satiating my personal desires tonight. I'm chilling with the dog.
Maybe that's a good thing, though. You know.
Maybe it's a good thing though. You, like literally, maybe it's God
Maybe
somehow
he's like,
being like, I'm
yeah.
helping you out, dude.
How are people assholes to dog? How could you actually look at like that face? Like I even could get like you could kill a person because you could have like a vendetta against a person. But how would you just like look at an innocent like dog and just be like, I'm gonna f this dog's life up?
I'm gonna
Like what
fucking
is
beat
that?
They're
That's
so
evil.
they're so innocent.
Well, that's
They're
what I
just
mean.
evil.
They're just like so. Got like they don't hate anyone
Yeah,
for
they don't
any
know
like
any better.
reason really.
They're made of love. Like they're just pure love.
Isn't
And
that
then-
funny though? They like evolved from like wolves.
Yeah, dude.
It's
We
like-
kind of fucked them up a little bit.
I know. Imagine if every animal like evolved to where they like loved
Well,
humans
we
like this, so
literally-
they're all just like these nice little like.
They're just all docile.
Yeah.
Dude, this is my question. Why haven't we bred other animals small? Like, why don't we have tiny elephants?
That'd be sick.
That would be sick as fuck. Like,
Elephant pets.
dude, think about it. Like, why didn't we make them so small to the point of like, what's that fucking movie? Spy Kids 3. Spy Kids 2. Yeah.
What is the premise of Spy Kids? Are they small?
Well, no, you know when they meet the scientist guy and he's got
George
that like
Lopez.
no, not
Oh,
George
okay.
Luke, no, Steve Buscemi's in
Steve Buscemi's in that.
Yeah, dude.
Why do we
See,
need to
he
rewatch
drops
Spy
that
Kids?
line.
All right, we need to watch Click, Spy Kids, and Princess, whatever you said.
Yeah, Princess Mononoke. Yeah,
That's
we
our
gotta
list.
you gotta get a list going. But no, dude, that's the movie where Steve Buscemi drops that famous verse like, "Do you think the reason like God left is because he's afraid? Oh no, do you think the reason God stays in heaven is because he's afraid of his own creations?" That's that line in that movie. Yeah. But at the same time, he's looking at all these like tiny little animal monsters he's got like just playing around on the ground, and I'm just thinking like, do you know how much fun it would be to have a tiny little zoo in your house?
That'd be fucking sick.
Would be
Like
fucking
tiny
awesome.
little elephants running around.
Go poke
Yeah.
around at.
Yeah.
You could
Just a
play
little
like
habitat in your house.
Yeah,
Little
dude.
ecosystem living out.
Yeah,
Play God a little bit, like take one out, see what happens to the
Well, you might as well
ecosystem.
just get an ant colony at that point.
dude. You build a battlefield. You have like Pokemon matches. You put like the tiger against the
Pokemon.
lion.
Yeah, why haven't they made Pokemon yet?
Why haven't they made Pokemon yet? Why have we not been genetically engineering animals for our
Are we
own amusement?
capable of making Pokemon? Is that like in the cards?
Really?
Are we just choosing not to make Pokemon? Or is that even like
Is it
a
even
playable
viable?
thing?
I feel like it's viable. We could make Pokemon.
There'd have to be money to make.
Dude,
Well, they-
imagine how much
Yeah.
money you would make
You
if
would
you'd
have
be
to,
like,
like,
I can sell you a real life Pikachu.
take an animal
You'd be like,
and, like,
word.
Cause like you know how they say they
That
can
would sell for like
clone
$1
a
million.
mammoth. Yeah.
So
They
much
would
money.
clone a mammoth by taking an elephant and like giving it traits like hair and like making an elephant
right,
but give
like-
it different traits.
Like CRISPR kind
yeah,
of shit?
yeah, like literally
Okay.
the DNA coding. Like that's how they would. It
Oh,
would be easier to
cool.
do that than to like clone an actual one. Like take an elephant, and make it. So
We
it's like
just
you would have to
create
do that to a degree with like the Pokemon. You'd have to take an animal that would be close to it enough, and then like make its features very like weird.
Pokemon. Okay, so you take a bunny, you turn him yellow, and then you give him electricity.
Well, see,
powers.
that's where you might lose it. Is that the
Yeah,
electricity? You might be able to get a
electricity
yellow bunny, but that would like cut it.
I would be down. A yellow bunny with sharp ass teeth, right?
They might already
And you
have
could
those.
pit against Komodo dragons that they turned orange and gave wings.
I feel like that could be like
Charizard.
kind of like a
There you
menace
go.
to society.
There you
You know? Like, what if we just had a bunch of rabid like Pokemon
If
running
when we're
around?
able to have kids,
Almost
when
Then we would have to
electricity
get
and stuff.
trainers, dude.
Yeah, and Pokeballs.
And Pokeballs, obviously.
if you were able, like, when we're older and we have kids and they had, like, the crisp thing and, like, people were using it, would you do that to, like, change your kids' looks or, like,
Oh,
do
fuck
any of
no.
that?
No, you can't do that.
Fuck no.
What?
You can't do that.
Not currently, but they're
No, but I'm
saying...
saying morally, I don't think you can.
Yeah, agreed.
I
I don't
mean,
think
I
it's
guess
okay.
so. You wouldn't like
No, I
if they were
wouldn't.
like
You're
you could
cheating,
make your
like-
kid like.
First of all, my kid would already be there.
Well, I know, but
I
they're like
wouldn't- I
pretty
wouldn't
much
tell you.
like they're like guaranteed.
Yeah,
like we
kind of
can
won
make
the
this
genetic
kid-
lottery over here.
We can make this kid have really good physical traits and athlete, like pretty much guarantee like
It's
all
already
these
winning.
things.
Yeah, but that takes like the excitement. Then there's no
Yeah.
gambling in it. Like I want
When
the
kid comes
gambling
out,
aspect.
it's just like a
Well, it wouldn't do
Demigod.
anything towards
Yeah,
like,
then
the
he is a
personality. I don't know if they can do like that. I think it's just like
make
physical
him really
trait.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they
This
can
kid's
do-
gonna be hilarious.
I think it's
Comes
just
out
like a
cracking
physical
jokes all the
trait.
time.
Comes out like, oh, it was fucking dark in there, bud.
Immediately, just has the ability to talk.
Yeah.
There's an SNL skit like that. It's just
Is there?
yes.
Oh, I think I've seen it before. I don't know what you're talking about. Fuck.
I can't even.
It's Will Ferrell.
Yes, thank you. He
Yeah.
comes out as like he's. God, I can't think of his
Yeah,
name.
he's like a 30-year-old man.
Yeah,
he's
he's
like, oh God, mama.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Jesus, could have made a little more room in there for me.
Yeah.
He's like, I think Dave and like Chris are gonna be here at 5, and they're like, Dave and Chris, who are you? And the doctor's like, this is your son, ma'am. It's 34-year-old Chris, or whatever the hell his name is in it.
Right. I was like the 30-year-old baby.
Just
That's
comes
how
out
it
a
would be.
full-grown man, and he's like surprised that his parents are surprised at it. What you mean?
What are you talking about?
Just baby. He's like smoking the victory cigar too.
Yeah. He's smoking the whole time.
Still has the cord. He's like, who's gonna cut this thing?
Dude, I gotta rewatch that one. That one's fucking good. But that's... I don't know. If I could genetically modify my baby to make him 34 years old when he came out of the womb, yeah, I'd probably do
They at
it.
least gotta make one of them 34 years old.
Yeah, dude.
Just to see.
Just to see, you get twins and then you fucking... Or you just have multiple kids and then one of
Yeah.
them's 34. Yeah, good point. Just to try it out.
Just send them out into the world immediately.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
kid. I'm skipping 18 years. Dude, that's how we solve abortion.
Make them all 34.
You come out, you're
Yeah.
a full-grown adult that's responsible for your own well-being right when you come out.
Yeah, you don't have to pay a dime for their livelihood. You just fucking send them out
Go
of the
be
world.
free. Go,
Yeah, exactly.
Go pay
Go live your
taxes.
Hey, I love you. Get the fuck out of here. I set you free. That wouldn't be half bad. But no, to answer your question truthfully, nah.
Would you?
Yeah, would you?
I think you're considering it.
Yeah.
I would definitely, if they were like, your kid would be like athletic and like we can guarantee just like good looking, I feel like that would be hard to. Especially like I know it's like another weird thing, because then everyone would probably just be like good looking, and then is anyone good looking if everyone's good looking? It's like one of those things.
No, yeah, good
Do you ever
point.
watch any of the Twilight Zone? Have you
Yeah.
ever seen any of that?
Yeah,
You
I
know
love
the
the Twilight
episode
Zone.
where like the ladies in the bandages the whole time, and they're like, we've
Yeah.
tried every surgery to try to make you look pretty, and it just won't work, and we're gonna have to like send you away to like this island of misfits.
Right.
She's like, why not? And then she like takes off the bandages, and she's like absolutely gorgeous, and all the people around her are
They're,
just
like,
like disgusting faces. But she sees herself in the mirror. She's like, why do I look so hideous?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like, but it's just like, you know, an opposite, and it's like beauty is such a subject thing. Like,
This is a good point. Yeah, and true. That's like it speaks to how like beauty is based on like average features too. So if like all the people are average, if they all had like pig faces like they do in that shit.
yeah, this is.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude. They showed us that in class.
Yeah,
Didn't
they did. Miss Becker.
Yeah, Miss Becker, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
she
when they
showed
put the
us that
Twilight
shit.
Zone on
Shout out
Netflix,
Miss
I just
Becker.
watch like every now and then. I'll just watch like 2 random episodes every now and
That's
then,
fire.
and it's pretty like every now and then you just get like a good one that is actually pretty good, and it's kind of funny too to be like, because we have what is it, Black Mirror.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We have Black Mirror, and it like
Black
shows you
Mirror's
what the
great, yeah.
concerns are of like people our age, and
It's
like
like-
then it shows you what the concerns were of people in the 60s. I think is when that started coming out. The
Yeah, I
Twilight
think it
Zone,
started
or the
coming out in like the
70s.
40s.
Oh,
dude.
and maybe even earlier than. But it like
Yeah.
shows that concern of like it's kind of cool to like see their fears and what they thought would happen to the world and what it is now, and some of the things are like technologies we use every day that they thought would be horrible
Yeah,
then,
dude.
or even then like the whole half the shows are about nuclear weapons destroying the world, and we're here 60 years
right.
later.
Dude, have you ever seen the one where the guy he comes out, he's like a librarian or something, and all he wants to do is be
Read
alone
books.
and read books, right?
Yeah, that's a good
And
one.
he comes
too.
out and he steps on his fucking glasses.
At the very end, he's like, "Finally, I'm alone and I can read." And then he drops his glasses. And
Yeah,
it's
it's like fuck, dude, that would hurt me to my core. I'm like, well, that's when
The
you
first
kill
half of the
yourself,
movie
yeah.
too, it's like he's always getting bothered by his wife and everything. It's
Yeah.
nuclear fallout, everything's destroyed but the library, and he's the only one left.
Yeah.
And he's happy about it too.
He's stoked. He's like, word, fuck all those people. I got my books, man.
I just want to read
I just want to read books,
and
motherfucker.
stack them really tall.
It's the only way to do it, dude. You don't read books, you stack books. Yeah.
Stack them for the light you have
True.
on your podcast.
All right, can I do an advertisement?
Yeah, for your bus.
Yeah, for my bus.
Yeah,
All
plug
right,
it.
so I'm thinking about getting this bus. You guys want to see it?
I would love to see a
I
bus.
would also love to see it.
I'm going to check it out tomorrow.
Where
Oh,
is
are you
it?
actually?
Yeah, it's up in Oakland, Maine.
Oakland.
Oakland.
Yeah, right next to Waterville.
Oh,
Which is
like-
probably not up now that I'm thinking about it.
Is it like a school bus or
It's probably down.
How
Oh no,
big is
it
it?
is up. Oh my god, it's past Augusta. Oh fuck, dude.
what is that? Like a 2-hour drive?
Yeah, 2-hour drive. That's gonna be a great
You're
time.
gonna have to bring someone else to get the bus back with you.
I know, me and my grandfather are going.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
Who's
Yeah,
gonna drive
right.
the bus back?
I think we're just going to look at it. I don't think we're actually getting it, but. So, dude, it's already got like.
Oh, that's a dope.
Oh, why is
Yeah,
that color
it's
scheme
got
actually?
this sick.
You couldn't change that.
No,
Yeah, no.
I'm not.
If
touching
anything like
that.
that, you
It
would
was
just
like made for
reamp it up a
going on
little.
it, Yeah.
Mhm.
Does it like
But it's
run?
like
Does he say?
shit on the inside. So it runs. She
Yeah,
said
I mean
it
that's
started
all
it up
clean
3
up,
weeks
you
ago.
know. Though I mean, it looks like shit, but that's all like cosmetic shit. In the end.
Exactly, dude. I mean, if anything, it's like a blank canvas for me to do shit to
Yeah.
it. You know, I can turn this into my own fucking
Yeah,
thing.
no. Once you got that
50%
cleaned
that
out and
shitty.
put in your shit in there, it would look so nice right
Yeah.
away. Like
Dude,
I mean, it
Did
looked.
the people
they
like
just
travel on that?
Right?
Most
You
of
would think at some point.
Well, she
Yeah.
said, I think she was trying to buy it to travel in it. I don't understand why they would have done the outside of it first.
Yeah, that's the
Doesn't
first
make
thing they
any
did was paint the
We'll
outside.
paint it, then we
Yeah.
might travel.
Yeah.
I do like the paint job though.
on. Yeah, the paint job's dope.
No,
That's really what intrigued me about it. I'm just gonna show
Yeah.
the people real quick. All right, people, that's the bus. Yeah, and then it's like looks like shit inside, but we don't need to show them the inside. But yeah, so this is the plug. My Patreon is finally set up.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
Patreon like a Venmo, like just a way to
Kinda.
send you money in a way, like
Yeah, in like
Or
in like a
GoFundMe?
fun way. Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like a YouTube. It's Patreon is where you would go and get like the special hidden content that I'm not gonna put on the internet.
gotcha.
Just like random shit.
like
oh,
how the
like
Nell kids
OnlyFans?
have their own like
Kinda.
website now,
yeah,
and
exactly.
they charge money for like their own subscription, kind of on top of it.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly. Like if you feel like you want to like help me out, you know what I mean? You can go and buy my Patreon and like help me out and actively give me money and like, you know, help me reach my goals and continue putting this podcast out because I'm not going to be able to fucking spend a bunch of money all the time or like do this podcast all the time and never fucking work, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if I want to do this podcast, I need to make money somehow.
there needs to be money flow somewhere.
There's got to be some amount of money flow.
Start putting
So-
ads in it.
True.
Sell ads,
True.
please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that
Start-
eventually.
Start plugging some ads in here.
If I can get a sponsorship, dude, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
doing that.
You're gonna have to.
I am gonna have to.
Call up like Bang energy drinks. They give a lot of.
True. What are we eating right now? Like, what do we got right here?
Yeah.
Smiling Hill Farm. I'm drinking water out of it, but if you want to give me a sponsorship for free milk, for sure.
See, now this is all free product
Hockey.
placement.
Yeah, this is product placement. Everybody should be
Free.
giving me money anyways.
Yeah, you're doing it for free.
Yeah, Japanese Pocky snacks. I'm eating these right now. They're banging.
The Japanese will
Give
love
them like
to
a
see
nice
that.
like tagline with
You're
it.
gonna love it. Tagline:
Yeah.
Pocky. Don't put them in your sockies. All right,
Perfect.
and then apples.
Don't put them in your
Apple orchards sponsor
hungry
me.
for apples.
Hungry for apples? Question mark. I am.
That's such a good episode of Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Hungry for apples, and the people are like, he's waiting for the response.
Yes.
Yes.
I start glitching out. He doesn't even notice.
We
That
should
show's
nominate
so
this
good.
for an award based on Apple advertisement. Yes. Like that exists. Yeah.
Just every answer is a yes.
Yes.
And then he falls apart. Dude. He's
Yeah.
like, it's all made up. I stole it.
All right, guys. So what are you gonna do? Get my Patreon?
How much is it?
Oh, I was waiting for you to go.
Oh
Yes.
See, you're not supposed to ask any
Yeah,
questions.
no, I was too advanced for the simulation.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
What the fuck? You're breaking the simulation. But yeah, sorry. End of the ad. Patreon's up. It's on the link. If you want to give me money, you can. You don't have to, though. I'm spitting apples out of my mouth. But yeah. And I'm going to put merch up. You guys think I should make some merch? Gotta make some merch,
That's
yeah.
where you
Tie
actually
edge.
must make a little money when
Tie
people
edge
get
right here
something
with
back.
tie edge on the edge.
Yeah,
Picture I
dude.
took of
Ooh.
Tie
Body
edge.
Steel.
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
Put that
what
on
is
the
the
back.
you said you couldn't find that design hat like anywhere, like the flat but
Oh, yeah,
bent,
one of these.
slightly bent rim but flat.
Oh, that's
like
fire.
it's not completely
I couldn't find. This is the only one I could find. I had to buy a second one.
Wait,
of that style hat.
Same exact hat.
the exact same
Just
hat.
sell these hats.
Dude,
That
yeah.
style hat.
Tie edge.
Yeah, dude.
Logo
You gotta
doesn't
find
mean
me that
anything.
hat, and I'll
Yeah.
put my name on it.
Literally, we looked up
Tater
the logo
thoughts.
for that hat thinking it meant something. They're just a hat company
Yeah.
in England.
Oh,
Their
Brixton?
Yeah, I didn't even. Their
didn't
logo
even know?
is just hats.
They just
do
make hats.
Fire. I think I was into Brixton a while back because they did just like make hats,
Yeah.
and like the hats were cool hats.
Well,
like
we
it
were
wasn't just like caps; it was like fedoras.
Well, we were looking at hats and he pulled it out and he's like, "What? I can't buy it without knowing what it means." And we just looked it up and we're like, "I guess it's just a hat company, just a hat company,
Yeah,
the
stop-
most
stop
basic,
reading into
innocent
it.
way."
Yeah. Well,
They just
yo,
make hats.
get them in the video. Maybe we'll get sponsored
Yeah,
by the hat
sponsored by
company.
Brixton.
Yeah, Brixton, come on,
Are they
give
from
us some
England?
hats.
Yeah, they're from England. We gotta reach the England. crowd.
Oi, mate, you want to give us a hat, mate? Yar.
Is that English,
I
Australian?
think that's English. It's one of
It's all
they're
the
the
accents
same
combined.
thing. Yeah.
Into a very like
Yarg!
racist- Put the pirate on the end. Yarg.
Yarg, I want me Brixton hat. Matey. I think we're all English at the end of the day, though.
What do you mean?
Well,
Like-
we all are birthed from England,
I think so.
right?
I know I am. I got a little English in me. Look at how pale I am. You don't get this pale being from anywhere else.
True.
You don't
Well,
get this lack of
Ireland.
melanin anywhere else.
This lack of melanin. Well, you could be from one of those Germanic tribes, you know?
He's definitely
Like
from
Norway.
a Germanic tribe.
Maybe I'm just albino.
Maybe. I think your eyes would be red, though.
That'd be kind of
Which would be
sick.
dope. Yeah,
Pretty
which would be
fucking
Just
dope.
me with just red eyes.
Yeah.
Like a
I don't
rat.
think you would have had as many
I
friends,
look like a
bro.
rat. That's the
Yeah.
difference between me and a rat is
Yeah.
whether my eyes are red or not.
I used to have gerbils that were albino.
Did you?
Really?
Yeah, 2 of them.
That's sick.
Were they rare?
Kinda.
Was it like people
Yeah,
come
they're
around the
extremely
block to
rare.
check out your
No, they
white?
come around the world. Like I had like lines out my door.
What?
Come to check out my albino gerbils.
Hell yeah, dude. 2 of them in the same
Yeah.
place. Did you breed them?
No, my neighbor actually used to breed them though. He had like
Wait, what?
Just had a guinea pig ring running out of the next door neighbors.
he had like ferrets, gerbils.
Why the fuck were
like-
you guys running a zoo?
I
What the
wasn't.
hell?
It was him. He had like 38 gerbils, dead ass.
Jesus.
What's that guy's
dude.
house smelling like?
Not good. I was been in there before.
Did he feed the gerbils to the ferrets?
I don't believe so. No.
You don't believe
No. He was pretty big into gerbils, like whole like gerbil rights activist. You know.
Yeah.
Gerbils don't have enough rights for
Yeah,
that.
they don't have enough rights. They
Remember
rarely
that
have any compared to like
Episode of...
compared to hamsters, they got none.
Yeah, hamsters are like the mainstream.
Yeah,
Rodent
dude.
family.
You know the South Park episode where it's like the charity one where at Whole Foods he always is being asked to give money and at the
That
end
happened to me today. They asked me to give money, and I was like, no.
at the end the
No.
cashier
I always say yes because I get guilt tripped.
I know.
I was like, yeah.
But if I say yes every time, then.
But that's
Oh,
literally
no.
what that episode of
Yeah,
South Park
true.
is about, like how bad they guilt trip you in that line. But at the end, one of the
Yeah.
ploys they do is like, if you want your change back, you have to pull the sandwich out of like a
Yeah.
hungry kid's mouth, like a plastered one. It's like, oh, you gotta pull really hard. That kid's really hungry if you want to get the change out of it. But then at the end, they like, he has a hamster in his hand, like the cashier. He's like, just look in the Timmy's eyes here and say, he's not going to college. Just tell him he's not going to college. It's like a sad hamster face just looking back at him.
Yeah.
And then Randy
That's the
finally
fucking word.
donates $1, and they're like, "Whoop-de-doo! The
Yeah.
$1 club. You could have paid 100, 50, 10, but you chose $1. Yeah."
Yeah, they guilt trip him for the amount that he
The
made.
value do too.
That's such a good bit, dude. It's so true though. Like every time I order Chipotle, every time. You want to round up for the Hungry
always
Farmers Club?
round
It's like,
up.
fuck, yeah, fine.
The Hungry Farmers Club?
Yeah.
How do farmers go hungry?
For the farmers that suck at farming,
Yeah.
and went hungry.
Really shitty. They get
bad
rough
farmers.
years.
For shitty ass farmers, we've started a GoFundMe.
For the farmers that just should sell their fucking farms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's not that. It's something about like the farmers union or something.
Something to
Just
do with
farmers in
farmers.
general.
It's always like it's like help feed the farmers or
Help
some
feed
shit.
something, someone.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, you're feeding someone.
It's help feed
Someone's
somebody,
getting
and I'm
food.
like,
It might
fuck.
be a rich person for all you know, like the top of the corporate ladder.
You're just buying KFC chicken for KFC, like you're
Yeah.
buying the chicken for them. They sell it, and that's their giving back.
True.
Give a chicken out to all these people.
This is our like rainy day fund.
Yeah.
That's what they just put it in. Like anytime they just like want to go to the movies, they're like, oh, okay, let's just pick out of the Hungry Farmers Fund. Oh,
So are you going like taking your bus like this like summer, like spring, like
I think so.
Yeah.
Depending. I'm trying to, if I can get it like now-ish, right? I'm gonna try to like build it out by the spring or something. And if I can get it done by the spring, then I'm gonna try to. I'm definitely gonna like go on a road trip in the.
Bless you.
Whoa, COVID. Holy
Son of a
shit.
bitch.
Holy shit. You know what I thought about the other day?
What?
All of my podcast episodes have been like inside and like potentially somebody could like watch these and be like, what are you doing?
yeah.
You are breaking the bubble during a pandemic of all sorts.
Someone could do
Kayash
that.
gets
Somebody
canceled
can do
after
that.
his second podcast.
Yeah, literally. Like, alright, just so everybody knows.
Can the police
I
surround
actually
them?
Don't care.
tested negative like 2 days ago, so
Alright, word. I tested negative like a week ago.
I had to do when I came back from Mexico and I tested negative.
Okay, hell yeah.
We vacationed. We went to Disney. Okay, we went to Disney in December.
Alright.
We went to Mexico for like New Year's, and
Slight
I
flex
didn't
right
get it
there.
in any of those
Hell
places.
yeah.
I don't even know how it's possible.
Hell yeah. Dude, yeah, no.
I don't know how someone goes in the grocery store and gets it, and I can be on a plane with all of those people in Disney World in Mexico with everything and not get it, and
Dude.
someone gets it at the grocery store. Makes
Yeah.
no sense to me.
It's a bioweapon.
Seriously, it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense to me either, dude. I went to Florida on the planes and shit.
oh, you didn't get it either.
Didn't get it.
Oh
Didn't
yeah,
get
you
it,
went to
dude.
fucking Disney or
Yeah, I went to
whatever,
Disney. I
Epcot
went to
or
Universal.
Universal.
I think. Yeah.
somewhere.
But dude, one of the fucking
one of
places
those
in
100
Florida.
parks in Orlando. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's literally just a place built on theme parks. It's
Dude,
just the
yeah,
theme park. now,
it's
but
just one theme park,
It's
dude.
just all just theme parks and
And theme
hotels.
parks
That's
and
all it
clubs.
is.
And perpetual construction. Like
Always
there's
hotels and
constant construction.
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I feel like every time I go down there, they're ripping up the whole fucking place, and it's like, guys, it was good last year. Just like finish. Like, you don't need to always
Take a break.
change. Yeah, I actually just heard some shit that like they do that to like decrease the housing cost or something, so that like it's
Really?
more desirable for people to live there or some shit. I don't.
By
It doesn't
having
make any
construction,
sense.
it brings like the cost down, like having it almost.
Yeah,
which
I guess.
makes it more affordable. It's like, oh, you got to put up with this at least.
Exactly. They're like, yeah, you got to deal with there's
Was
construction
the
all the
pricing
time, but like,
ridiculous in Orlando, Florida, where
I-
people shit? I need to move to Disney
Yeah.
World, like, and live. Like, you go there, and you're like, I need to live my whole life down here. I need to get a house.
Dude,
I
there
need to
was
get a
that
house
guy
right
that,
now. I'm in inland Florida.
No, there was like a guy that
I would
like
never live in
lived
inland
like
Florida.
months or weeks maybe like on one of like the abandoned islands in Disney.
Oh,
Because,
yeah,
like,
dude, I
they, like,
saw that.
swam over or something.
When I was in Disney,
So
they had
cool,
that
dude,
whole,
actually.
like, they had, like, the island in the middle there, it might be a different island or something, they had drained the whole, like, lagoon, and they were, like, doing construction literally on the lake,
What?
like, in there. Yeah, I don't know what they were building or what
Fuck.
they're doing. But it was so weird, it's just, like, a concrete, like, huge pit around this huge island.
That's insane. That's probably how they found the guy.
Yeah.
The guy was probably
They
like,
drained
fuck,
the
how do I
thing.
swim out of here?
I wonder the shit they actually did find. Imagine that. Like, I wonder how many years is covered with water. They probably
He
find
wakes
some
up one morning
shit
and there's
down there.
no
Dude,
water in
yeah.
this lake.
He's like, what happened?
He forgot he was in Disney World. His whole reality is like, crashing down.
Just destroyed. Dude, I bet they, to speak to your point too, I bet they found some valuable shit at the bottom of that lake,
I bet
dude.
they did.
Like some fucking engagement rings.
At least one
Some-
engagement ring.
At least an engagement ring.
Yeah.
Like-
one broken marriage at least.
some like ancient scriptures from the
Ancient
before
scriptures.
times. Yeah.
Ancient
original.
Egyptian scroll.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
randomly at the
Just
bottom
there.
of a man-made lagoon in Florida.
It's like, all right, Walt. Like, what are you doing?
This must have been here for thousands of years.
Dude, they find Walt Disney's cryogenically frozen chamber.
I wonder if that's true.
That's totally true.
It's 100% true.
Is it?
Confirmed.
100%.
Yeah, confirmed.
Confirmed.
At what point?
We're
though,
confirming it right now. It's
how
true.
weird would that be if you
100%.
are
Don't
Walt
look that up.
Disney and you just wake up in the future? Like, there would be some explaining that would have to be done to him.
Oh, 100%.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
it be
it'd
so
be
weird?
like,
You just
so...
miss like 100-year time
Yeah.
gap, especially with how quickly things change.
Dude, I don't think it would be enjoyable.
You almost
By any
seriously.
means. I think
It's
It's
it'd
like
be
Captain
suck.
America. It like literally, it's like he's stuck,
Yeah.
almost wanting to live back in his own time.
Yeah,
Can't
you're
even enjoy it.
You know
Dude,
the
especially
Avatar?
when you're Walt Disney and you
show?
just come out and you're like, "Fuck, the Nazis didn't
Avatar,
win."
like
The show.
the bald kid,
Yeah.
Arrowhead.
Yeah, he went away. He was like stuck in an ice.
Oh, true. For like
ice
100
cube.
years.
Yeah.
But
The world
it's,
didn't change that much.
well,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's, especially now, just
They were
the
still
rate of
bending.
progression. Like
Yeah.
you would just be so shook
True.
at everything.
True, dude. Especially like, dude, from like the 40s, Disney.
Oh,
Like, literally, he's probably coming out like, "Fuck, like the Nazis didn't win the war." Like shit.
a little pissed about it.
Yeah, a little pissed about it. He's like, "Fuck, women have all these rights now. What the fuck, dude? I should have stayed frozen, man.
See, fucking frozen.
I should have stayed in the fucking ice, dude. I don't want to have to talk to this girl."
Is like Disney's main moneymaker, is it the theme parks, the movie? Like, what is their big?
Oh, it's definitely the merchandise.
Is it the
like,
merchandise they
I
sell
bet it
off
is.
movies?
Well, just like
Yeah.
just
The
all the
cruise-
stuff. Think
all
about all the
like-
stuff you end up buying in the park when you're there, like food,
the
shirts,
lightsabers,
the hats, the
$100.
lightsabers.
You want a lightsaber?
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
how much
yeah.
it is for a wand? It was like
Dude.
70, 85 bucks,
Rid-
and that's not even if you want like a custom one. It was like you just have to get like one of the ones already
Mhm.
made. A person's ones. I was like, that is so ridiculous.
Probably
That's
cost
not
like
even the ones that
$5.
does
Wooden
the,
stick. Not even
I don't
5
know.
cents.
Yeah. It doesn't
5
even do the
cents.
magic in the park, right?
Yeah, the wand doesn't even make magic. Why am I?
No,
Yeah,
it, like
what's the
it's
point?
supposed
Yeah.
to like in the park. You are actually supposed to be able to like do stuff with wands
Really?
and
But
shit.
it's like different wands. It's like you had to buy a special interactive wand or something.
yeah, I don't know if those had it or not.
Oh, okay.
They just look plastic to me. I don't know if the interactive one has a different feel to it.
Damn, dude.
But we didn't
Oh, no,
buy
yeah,
any of that crap.
It's got like a we bought 4 wands while we were there.
Wands.
You gotta buy a wand.
We
when
just
you're
went
there.
into like we didn't actually go to Universal, right? It's in
Oh.
Universal.
Yeah.
We just went to like their little
Oh,
town
the city
area.
walk. Yeah, that place is dope.
That's all we did, and that's why we only saw like the little wands there.
Oh,
We were
okay,
just like,
okay.
that's ridiculous.
They have the like Avatar
Yeah.
park.
Oh,
open.
that's in the Avatar park. I think is in Animal Kingdom.
That was the other thing. I didn't
Yeah.
realize
Did you
how
not go
many
there?
like things are.
No, I didn't end up going. I was pissed, and I didn't even get to go to Star Wars World. I was so mad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was.
That was the
so
other thing. I
pissed.
thought Star Wars was just in Disney, and then they're like, no, it's Disney Hollywood. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's Hollywood Studios. Dude, there's 4 Disney parks.
Yeah, that's the
It's
annoying
insane.
part. I just always think like all these things are at the one we're at, and then they're like, no, that's the other one. I'm like, what? What
what
do you mean? I thought
What's
it's
the
just
point?
Disney.
It's all Disney. What are you talking about?
That's why too. When someone was booking a ticket, they're like, "What park are you going to again?" And I'm like, "Well, we're going to Disney." They're like, "Well, you mean Magic Kingdom?" And I'm like, "Whatever one's the Disney one." And they're like,
Oh,
"They're all the
fucking
Disney."
big-ass castle.
Yeah, I'm like the one with the castle, like in the movies, the Disney movies.
The Disney one. What are you talking about?
What do you mean the other one, the Magic Kingdom? If it has a castle in it, sure, yeah, that's Disney.
Yeah, I want the one that they show before every movie, and they do the little
That's-
shiny thing.
That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be in Disney World, Disneyland, whatever even one it is. What's California?
California
Disneyland.
Adventure, Disneyland, and California Adventure. They have another one.
California
They
Adventure.
they have 2 parks out there too.
Is that related?
Not
To
even
Disney?
including
It's
the
related to
water park.
Disney.
But they call it California Adventure.
They call it California Adventure.
Interesting.
Kind of dumb,
Yeah.
honestly. It's like, dude, you're already in California. Just go on a real California adventure. What's the
Yeah.
point?
Gotta go to a theme park to do it though.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere else.
Get the artificial adventure,
Yeah,
the one that you have to buy a bunch of stuff at to go to.
exactly. Yeah, you get locked into like your soaring
It
chair.
is though, like
And then
even
you
when
get
we
your
were in
California
Disney,
tour.
how they have those lines going and everything, you almost feel like you're on a conveyor belt of like
Oh,
just like
yeah.
looking around. Every ride ends in a gift shop. Like it's the most kind of
Yeah, dude.
artificial like made thing ever. Like it's so cheesy.
You're just in like a
almost.
factory.
You
almost
go on
of
pirate. Yeah,
consumption.
it's literally
They
that
take
dude.
you on a little like roller coaster, then you end in like a
thing,
gift
and then
shop,
you
and it's
go
like-
stand in
Yeah.
another hour-long ride
Yeah.
to do the ride to get into the gift shop to look around in the gift shop. You spend more time in the gift shop than you spend waiting the hour-long ride to do the actual ride that lasts 90 seconds.
Yeah, literally.
Space
dude.
Mountain, goddamn that, an hour and a half like ride.
Dude, Space Mountain is the worst one too. 'Cause
Oh,
it's like
it's so long.
it's so.
The one thing
long
I'll say
every
that
time.
was like because of COVID, they had the lines so spaced out that it was like it was always moving just because the lines were so long due to the COVID. It was
Right.
like they were keeping you so spaced out that it's like you were almost the lines were just ridiculous. Now.
That's crazy.
It took you 45 minutes to slowly walk. You were always moving
Yeah.
some degree, but you were slowly always moving.
You're just always moving.
Which
though, at the
weirdly
very
made it
least.
feel like you were always like if you're moving and not stopping, it doesn't feel that bad for whatever reason.
That's a good point.
As
You're
long
doing
as
your
you're
like some
slowly
motor skills
moving,
or
it's just
something.
slowly
like-
making progress
Yeah,
towards
for
it.
whatever reason, like
Yeah.
it would still be.
It's like an inchworm
It's
moving
like a
across
slow
the ground.
download,
It's like
you
it's
know?
okay.
It's like 1%, 2%.
It's when it pauses. When you're
Yeah.
standing in those lines and you don't move for 15 minutes, you're like, what the fuck is going on in the
Yeah.
front? Like
Yeah.
they can't figure it out. Like you just think something's going wrong and it's not smooth at all.
Totally. I will say I liked that, but I also really didn't like the idea of just like not being able to sit on the bars in the line. Like I really
Oh,
like
you
sitting
couldn't
on
do
those
that?
fucking things.
Or
Well, no, 'cause you're
anytime you
always
pull
moving. 'Cause
down
anytime you
your
get on
mask-
one, that's like, all right, keep going. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I don't wanna
Anytime
sit
you
on the
pull
bar,
down
it's
your
kind of my
mask
favorite
too,
part.
they had like the
Yeah,
Disney
that's part.
employees like telling you it's got to be above your nose
Oh,
in an
yeah.
hour-long ride.
They had that at Universal.
Line.
But like, we shouldn't complain about that, I guess.
No, you shouldn't. It's just like
But it's like,
annoying.
dude,
You
come
have
on.
to do it, and you have someone like over you when it's not on your nose for a second, or after you take a water. You're standing just with your family outside. Everyone's 6 feet apart.
Yeah, dude, you're like, come on. I'm literally following all the rules. I just like,
You're just in a line that
You're
has
just in a line.
100,000 people in it.
I started to like, not as like a, not, it's gonna sound bad, but I started to like find little excuses to take my mask off. Like eating food. I'd just be like,
I do that.
I'd just
I'll
be
just
like
take a
walking
little
around
sip
and
of
be like,
water.
I'm eating this food, man. I'm allowed to do this.
Saying you're eating food, it's okay, or drinking.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. They always had this, like, they kept like, having an announcement, like, you must wear your mask at all times.
They did that.
Yeah, and then they're like, unless you were actively eating and drinking food while stationary. And I would, like, walk and eat food. I'd be like, I'm a fucking badass, dude. I ain't
Breaking
stationary.
all the rules.
Breaking all the rules, motherfucker.
Was it cold when you were there?
Yeah.
Because when
had, like,
I
2
was
hot
there,
days.
like Monday and Tuesday were warm in the high 70s. Then it rained like whatever it was Wednesday. Then Thursday and Friday were just like almost like you had to have a sweater on or you were like
Fuck,
freezing.
dude. That sucks.
When we were at Disney, like we had a sweater on the whole day.
Damn, dude. That's really... Yeah, I wore an LL Bean sweater half the time I was down there.
I would rather though have been like that sweater weather than like 90 degrees standing in like an hour-long line outside though. I would
Good
probably
point.
definitely say that, but still it's like kind of annoying because you're at like Disney and you think it's gonna be warm and you have to wear like sweatpants and like a sweater.
Dude.
I'm complaining about that now and it's so cold out you can't even go outside.
I know.
It'd be so nice to be in
It
Florida right now. It's not
would
even
be so
funny.
fucking nice. But at the same time, like, I totally know what you mean. I didn't pack a sweatshirt, so I was like, fucked. when
That
it
was me. I
actually
would pack
cold, I
one
was-
sweater too. I was
Oh.
like, why would I need more than that?
Yeah, I
I
brought
needed to
t-shirts
wear
and
the same
shit.
sweater every day almost.
Yeah,
How
I didn't
cold
even
was
bring
it down there?
pants. It was like 50s.
It was literally when I was there, like, some mornings when we woke up, it was, like, literally almost the same temperature in Maine. Like,
Oh,
it
really?
wasn't that far off in the mornings. It was, like, cold. And it was warm in Maine at the time, too.
Oh,
it was,
really?
like, weird.
It was warmer in Maine.
Yeah, there's been a few days, I kid you not, where, like, northern Florida is, like,
Dude,
colder
that's
than, like,
insane.
Maine some days.
That's insane. That, you know, I don't mean to get dark, but that's a little thing called global warming.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? I've never really thought of it too like this year, and the snow not being on the ground for even though it's cold now is so
Yeah.
weird to me. For what we probably had a year without snow like this, or maybe not. I don't
I
feel
feel
like
we haven't.
I don't
I don't
know,
remember
not
one
in a
where I feel like
while.
it's been January. What is it, 20th,
With
and
like
there's
no
not
snow at all.
snow
Yeah.
on the ground. That
Dude,
seems
we
a little
had-
weird.
Think about it. We had like 2 feet at one point gone
Yeah.
in like a month. Like, that's ridiculous, dude. That's not okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. We had that huge ass snowstorm, and then it like rained.
Yeah.
And like especially living out in Colorado, like seeing the wildfires a lot, like the smoke from that, like you realize how much of a problem it really is.
Oh, dude, I can imagine.
Yeah.
You're right. You were there
Oh,
during
yeah,
the
I
wildfires.
forgot
Oh
about that.
shit,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Like we literally like walk out our door and be able to see like fire just in the sky.
Fuck,
Mad
dude.
weird, yeah.
Just like
That's
that red in the
terrifying.
sky orange tint to
Yeah.
it.
Like you could go outside some days and be like a little bit hard to, well, not like hard to breathe, but like it'd be
You
a little
could
bit
tell like it's
like,
a
yeah,
little.
it's a little bit smoky in the air.
You know what's cool? I found
Fuck
on the
that.
weather app. You can go on the weather app and there's a like air quality index, and you can go as like a global, and you can zoom
Yeah,
in
that's
and
what
like.
I'm talking about. Like some
Oh,
days
shows
you
you
say
pretty
like
cool.
bad, like quality.
But
like,
it's, like-
don't go outside if you have
Whoa.
issues.
Crazy, like they do it on a meter. It's like, from what I remember on the app, it's like 0 to like 500. 500 being the worst. Like here in Maine, it's like at a 27 normally. So like in the green, very good. But then you like zoom in on like a purple part of it's like purple where it's the worst on the map. You zoom in India, it's like 420 on the scale of like 500. You're like, how the fuck do they even breathe? If our air's a 27, there is a 420. Like that seems horrible. There's
Dude, that
places
is
in the world where you
insanity.
just live in that. Or
Fuck
I'm just
that
pulling
shit.
that number out of
I
my
mean,
It's
like,
ass
just all
too.
nice.
it's just all weed.
It's just all
They're
weed
just
smoke. 420.
baked. Yeah. They're fucking lit. That's how they're breathing, man. They're fucking ripped. They're just high as fuck
At all times.
at all times. Yo, sorry I've been like picking my nose too. I haven't been picking my nose. I've been
Did
playing
you
with my
recently
nose
get that
ring.
pierced?
I got it like a couple weeks ago, but it's like hella infected, and so it's got all this crusty shit.
A couple weeks
and
ago.
I just can't
I
stop
thought you
playing
had
with
that like longer. No?
Maybe at this point. It might have been like a month.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but I fucking. I
Did
fucked
that
it up.
hurt?
I got that shit infected. Getting it pierced.
Yeah, and just infected. Does that hurt?
The infection hurts less. The infection's just annoying because I wake up every day and it's got like crusties on it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, God damn it, that's
Yeah, it just
disgusting.
like feels weird. And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. And also, but it's totally my fault because I was like washing my face and I ripped my other piercing out, and it was like 4 hours later that I noticed it.
Yeah.
And then so I had this other one that I had bought, the ring, and I didn't do anything beforehand. Like I didn't soak it in ISO, I didn't
Yeah.
clean it, I didn't do anything
Just
you
popped
would
it
think
in.
to do. Just popped it in, just stabbed it through my fucking nose again. Like had my sister like close it up. I was like I had like gotten it halfway through, and I was like, Maya, just fucking shove it the rest of the way through. Just push it in, just do it. Yeah, and then she did it, so she re-pierced it essentially, and it was dirty, and so it hasn't been liking it since. No, it hasn't been working out too well.
I don't.
Did it hurt though, getting it done?
Kinda, sorta. It stung, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna act like a tough guy. It hurt.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun.
You get any tattoos ever?
No, I got that stick and poke.
Oh, is that still there?
Yeah,
Dude,
dude.
didn't you get that done
Dude,
like
that's
in
funny.
high
I was-
school at some point?
I was thinking
When I
of
was
getting
16.
some
16.
planets.
I
right
feel
there.
like I
Dude, you
remember
should.
when you got that done.
I fuck with the Saturn one too.
Dude, twin it up. Dude,
Yeah, get the Saturn.
yeah, you do
I was thinking about
Jupiter.
getting 3.
Didn't that
You
girl?
get like
Yeah.
Saturn, Mars, and Jupiter.
Yeah,
It was the
dude.
girl that went
Do
with
it.
like
And then you gotta
Matt
get
the
Pluto.
prom one year
Yeah,
that did
gotta
that
get
too,
Pluto.
right?
Yeah, and Venus. What? It was Lily.
That was, didn't she go with Matt one year the prom, or I'm pulling that out of my ass?
I went with prom to her.
She's
I went to
cousins with
prom
Matt
with
Clay.
her, and she went to prom. He went to prom with Megan, but we had like pictures.
Oh, I
together.
see. I thought the year
Yeah,
before Megan he
exactly.
went with like what?
I said they're cousins.
Who?
Oh, I
Lily-
thought you said he's cucking her. I was like,
Oh
what?
no,
I
not,
was like,
no! I
aren't
wasn't
Lily and
thinking
Matt
of.
cousins?
yeah.
No, I wasn't thinking of Lily who did the tattoo. I was thinking of a totally other girl.
Oh, who?
She was a senior.
Megan?
Grace
Grace
no, it was
Shaffer?
no. I don't even.
How
I
would
will.
they
Oh,
I'll
I'm now.
Sorry.
Oh shit! Now I'm name
I'll tell
dropping
you, it
hard.
wasn't
Sorry.
Bleep all the
It
names.
wasn't any of those people.
Yeah.
I totally forgot the name. I thought it was someone else completely that did that tattoo.
Oh.
You probably wouldn't even know. I'm totally.
Well,
just
now I
pulling
want
this
to
out
know,
of my ass.
dude.
It's his cousin that you don't even know.
Should we just start name
My
dropping
cousin?
Scarborough kids? Let's do
Whenever
it.
we go in a circle, many Scarborough kids you can.
As many Scarborough kids.
Well, see, the issue is I know nobody's like I couldn't
Yeah, he
put a
doesn't know
name to a
anyone's
face.
name.
You would
Okay.
physically have to show me her face now for me to remember. I couldn't tell you her
Okay.
name the same.
Just start
my life.
naming names then. Fuck it. Well, they'll be ambiguous.
They won't. Yeah, it won't matter to me because I won't know.
Won't matter to you. Won't matter to me.
Go right over my head.
All right, Jamie.
That doesn't ring a bell at all. She
Yeah, I
had
don't think that's a
glasses.
girl.
It almost makes it harder.
Yeah, now I don't know anybody. Now
She
I'm
was
just
an
drawing
older
blanks.
grade than us.
Did she have a
Like,
close
one
name?
up?
Tell Lily.
No, or at least not
No.
that. Like I'm saying,
Is it Maggie?
That seems right. That actually
Yeah,
does.
I think
Did she have glasses?
black hair,
Yeah.
tall-ish, friends with Lily.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
seems plausible.
yeah.
I thought for whatever
No.
reason that girl gave it to
No,
you.
Lily gave one to her. On her,
Ooh.
on her,
Yeah, and
on her butt. I think. I think it was her butt.
yeah. Why did I think that girl went to prom with Matt Toohey?
Because I think they did.
Okay,
Actually.
so they did go to
I
prom.
think you're right. Yeah,
Alright.
they totally did.
So
at
I
one
wasn't
point.
far off with that. See, then I got
Yeah, I
more
don't think you were
confused when
far
you were
off.
like, oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think that, yeah, maybe his
No, I
junior year
totally
before
forgot about
Megan.
that. To be completely honest.
Yeah, I thought it was that chick for some reason.
No, I wasn't her.
Didn't you two
Just to
and
get to
Matt
this
used to
who
be a
actually did the
squad?
tattoo.
Yeah, dude.
I heard you guys almost went to like Spain or something.
Oh
We
yeah.
always talked about like going to
Yeah,
Europe.
we were going to do it. We should have.
We still should.
We still should. There's no point not to.
Do you remember the Red Claws game we went to? too?
Yeah, that shit was fire, dude. That
game
shit was
so
dope.
funny. Preston, you, me, and Matt.
That game was so much fun,
You
dude.
guys were just chirping, like, especially Matt was just like chirping players from like 10 rows back.
Yeah.
so fun.
We weren't even like nearby.
Yelling at people
Yelling
out the
at people.
window on the way back, too.
Yeah, dude. We were kind of reckless that day. We were not. I don't know what was going on.
We were kind of reckless.
I know, we were real reckless just yelling at people. Us couple of hoodlums.
Yeah, damn hooligans.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, so you didn't tell your party story. All right, we're gonna end this podcast on party stories.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Well, I don't know. That's up to you, bro.
I think it should be up to Clay.
I think it should be up to Clay.
Story.
Do you have a party
The thing is,
story?
I was involved. I was at both of the
Oh, he
parties.
was at both. He can be like the
I was more
mediator.
involved with his
True.
party. Like
I
I
don't
felt like it
remember
was
most
better.
of my party, to be honest.
Oh, I
Okay,
was.
so you
So
can
he
be
can
there.
be like a
you can
shirt
be,
of
you
my
can,
friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fill in
The thing is, my
the
party
blanks.
my party story isn't as good as yours. So like, do we want the worser one first or the?
Well, I can tell my party story badly.
To make it
We
seem
won't-
like yours is a little
No,
better.
yeah,
That is
exactly.
If it's
Story.
down.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you do your story the first time.
Yeah,
I
you
can
do
finish
your
with
story.
his.
All
I don't
right.
know.
Sure, why not?
Alright,
Yeah,
help me
we
tell
can
the
flip a
story,
coin.
'cause- Oh, flip the coin.
Do you want to flip a coin? No, you go.
I'll
You
tell
go.
mine
You
'cause it's
go.
not
Yeah.
as good.
No, that's
You-
fine. Yours
then
is
you
just
can-
as good.
Because then you can end with your like good party story.
Totally. Well, now that it's hyped up, it's not gonna be good to the people, so we're
then
good.
mine
We're
won't be as
already
bad
better.
as
Now
make
we're
it out to be.
overhyping all these way too much. There's been way
Alright,
too
yeah,
much
let's just
build
tell
up
the
for
story.
all of
Go
it.
into the stories with
Yeah.
no prior judgment.
Yeah. Nobody listened. That's what we were
Alright,
talking
Clay,
about.
help me tell the story. But my parents went away for like the first time like ever in my entire like life for a weekend. So
Hell
I'm,
yeah.
I'm throwing a party. And so like I invite like a bunch of people over. And we get like pretty drunk, and I like put on my story like swipe up like if you want to come to this party. So then like people start swiping up like you can come like eventually you probably get to what like I don't know maybe like 15 people there.
It wasn't that much by
Yeah,
2015. It wasn't like crazy by any means.
No, so we're just like drinking in my backyard, whatever. And then like it gets later, like some people like leave and bring back like tweez, and those are dangerous because like
Yeah.
I'm at like 15 by like I don't know like 6 p.m.
That's
And
juice, bro.
and then the tweez come and it was just like I don't remember much after that. But
oh, I thought you said you had 15 tweez. You
Oh,
had
no.
15 drinks and then the tweez came. Okay.
yeah,
So we're at alcohol poisoning levels.
yeah,
Love it.
and then
Sorry, we're not alcohol. Jesus Christ. We're.
yeah, and then so I don't know, we're in my basement, like we'd moved there at this point, and like I'm just like looking around and there's just a bunch of people I didn't invite. Like apparently people like put on their story like open house, just pull up, and people were like just coming.
Oh,
There's
great.
like yeah, that's when it goes downhill.
Yeah.
And then like so there's like 30 people there. And yeah, like a bunch of people I didn't know, like there was like high schoolers, like
This was at the beginning of the pandemic
yeah, it was.
when we all first came back. When it was like bad, but it was like, oh, we just don't have school anymore. Bad,
Yeah.
not like, oh, you need to stop doing everything bad. It was just like, oh,
No,
we-
it was like the
obviously-
summer.
Right,
It
it's
was
like
like you could hang
fine.
out with like 10 people. Like I didn't intend for 30 people come at all.
Yeah, yeah.
People were just showing up.
Great.
Like my whole backyard looked like a frat house.
I
It was-
remember you hitting me up about this, and I think I
Yeah.
just had some shit to do that night. But
Yeah.
Fuck, I should have
invited
came,
you.
bro. You did invite me.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm sorry, bro. Next time. Next
Yeah,
time.
next time. Yeah,
Eminem, there won't be a next time.
there will be a next time. pull up to my next party. That's my.
All
That's my
right, yeah.
plug.
This is the opening point right
Yeah.
now to the entire internet.
Yeah, anyone can pull up.
Anyone at all.
Yeah, so like we're in my basement and like there's a bunch of people I don't know. Yeah, like people are like, my original plan was like to have people not park in my street and like park like down the road.
It seems to be the
Yeah.
Yeah.
common theme.
And
Don't
apparently
park.
people were just like the people I didn't invite were like pulling up and literally one person like parked in the middle of the street.
But do you remember why the
Jesus.
Yes, and like
Are you kidding me?
yeah.
blocked the whole driveway off? It was. I actually remember that.
Did you
That was
see it?
so retarded. I don't
Please
remember
use that word.
what. I won't say whose car it was at the time, but yeah, it was dumb
Yeah.
as hell. The parking spot, it, like blocked everyone in and like
Oh
just
my
was
God.
half in the road. That
Yeah.
was horrible. That was, and those were people that weren't supposed to originally.
Yeah, they weren't even
attend
supposed to be
either.
there, so I was
Jeez.
like,
So it was
Are
like,
these all people from our
Yeah.
town?
yeah.
yeah, it was at least like not random Portland kids.
okay.
It was at least like still
Yeah.
people you were familiar with, just like never seen them at that group setting.
Yeah, people I'd never
Okay.
talked to before, you know.
Oh, great.
Yeah, just like
Jesus.
pulling up.
I would
But
like to
then
know names
someone
after
dropped
this.
it.
Yeah.
Someone dropped an album that night because the
Yeah.
downfall was that we
Dropped
went,
an album.
the
Like a
whatever.
rapper?
Yeah, because at midnight, what happened? Why the cops ended
Oh,
up coming
you're
was we
right.
went in the backyard. Whoever's I can't remember whose album it was that
Yeah.
dropped at the time that this happened.
Yeah.
To listen to it, and that was our downfall. In the backyard at midnight,
Oh,
listening to an album
yeah.
release,
At
a
full
neighbor
blast.
called.
Yeah,
And then that's when the police
that'll
show
do
up.
it.
Yeah.
You can't do album releases in the middle of suburbia at
The
12
best
o'clock
is
at
when the
night.
police showed up.
No,
That's
yeah,
when it
and then,
gets
like,
absolute.
So like
hilarious.
at this point, like it's probably like what, like 2 around there.
Yeah, 132. Which
Yeah.
they definitely
And,
did
like,
not
it-
respond quick at all. Like we had gone in way after.
No, like it was like
listening to
dying
music.
down. Like
Yeah.
it was like people had left. A lot of people had left. There's probably like 20, 15 people there still.
Back down to more
Yeah.
the original amount, but
And, like-
still random people, not
Yeah.
the.
Gotcha.
And like I was like picking up at this point, and I'm like shirtless in my living room,
Mhm.
and then I just hear, "Yo, Connor, the cops are here." I'm like, "What?" And I look up, and there's 2 cops just standing in my living room, and I'm like, "Fuck." Yeah.
Jesus.
And I like
dude.
sit down on the couch. I'm literally like hammered, and I'm like apologizing to my dogs. I'm like, "I'm sorry. Like I didn't mean for this to happen."
I didn't mean to get you guys involved.
Yeah.
Like they're your kids.
Like one of my friends passed out on the couch, and the cops like, "Is he alive? Like you need to make sure he's alive."
Oh, that was the best.
Oh
So
my
all the
God.
cop builders, all he wants, so he's passed out on there. And I'm sitting next to him. He's like, "Can you show me something?" And I rub his chest like you do. All he does is hits my hand down. He's like, "He's good." And then the cops like go back
That's
outside
awesome.
looking. We finally wake him up. We're like, "Get up, get up." He like doesn't believe that the cops are there. He's literally in the living room, just like doing like these jokes, like because he thinks we're pranking him that the cops are there. While they're
Yeah.
in the backyard looking for more kids with the flashlights. We're like, "What do you think that is in the backyard?" And then the cop finally comes in. He's like, "Good to see you're up again, bud."
Oh, fuck.
But when the
It's like,
cops
look, I shouldn't have been
first,
joking around.
when the cops first got there, everyone that was like in college in the friend group like sat in their chairs. Everyone that was in high school immediately like there's literally a cop in like the front door. All the high school kids ran past the cop. Like they're like, we have to. First of all, they didn't have the house surrounded. I don't know what that was. Just the biggest bluff. They're like, it's surrounded. Don't go anywhere. They just all run past the cops out the front door. They're all just gone, and we're all just like sit there, and they're just like,
That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
yeah. They were just like, oh, we're just. They didn't really do anything.
They were just
No,
like, well,
the cops.
they didn't believe us.
Yeah, we were like, I was like sitting on the couch talking to them. And I was like, "I'll take like responsibility for everything," and they're like, "Yeah, you will." And I'm like,
No shit.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You need to be a dick.
Yeah. And then like they like get all the alcohol. Like they're like having me walk around the house like giving them all the alcohol.
One kid's hidden up in
Oh
the
my
attic.
God.
Yeah, my parents' attic. Or
One
no,
kid's
the
hidden up
attic.
there
Wait,
in the
really?
attic.
Yeah.
They shine the flashlight in too. He's hiding behind bombs. No one gets in trouble, so it's like way overkill. But he's just hiding up in the attic.
Dude, that's awesome. Did he? Wait, they didn't find him in the attic?
No.
He
Dude.
sat out there till it was over.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Uh,
Something similar happened to me. I'll tell you about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and then like I remember like we were in my backyard and he's like, "You have any more alcohol?" And I'm like, "I think I have some like vodka in my room." And I like went up in my closet and like gave him this vodka. Like,
That he would
I
have
just- yeah, I
never
just
found.
never did that.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
fucking.
And then like we're in my garage and he's like, "All right, what's your parents' number?" And I had to like call my mom at like 2 a.m. and be like, "Yeah, like the cops showed up, like I'm with them
Oh.
right now."
Wants to make.
Fuck.
And she's like,
dude.
"You threw a party?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So I had to have that conversation with my mom, which like they gave me like the whole like they knew I was gonna throw a party,
Yeah.
so they were like, "Just make sure the cops don't show up." and they did.
I will say the cops did seem pretty chill.
Yeah.
At least the one that was inside the living room with us, because he had to talk to like another one. The guy in there was like, "I was your age. We did this all the time."
Yeah,
And he was like joking
Yeah.
around with the
I
kid
didn't-
that's passed out on the couch. He's like, "Everyone's got that type of kid in their group, right?" And we're like, "Yeah, I guess."
Yeah, sure. That's fucking bullshit, dude.
At
Oh
the-
yeah, I didn't get in trouble at all. Like I just called my parents and it was over. Like I didn't get any
What?
court.
You were
anything.
18
Are you
at the
fucking
time,
kidding?
though, too.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't 18 for yours, right?
No, I wasn't.
Maybe, I
18.
don't know if that
was
makes
16.
I
it
thought
worse
it
or
would've been
better, but we
worse.
were
I thought it
18,
made it better, yeah.
and all the high school kids were out of there at the time, so
Yeah,
it was
'cause they're-
only
no, they're-
18-year-olds.
No,
once, like,
there was high schoolers. He was like, "You realize you're supplying minors," and I was like, "Yeah,
yeah, so there was high schoolers left over after?
yeah, one at least."
Oh, okay.
Damn,
So never
that
mind. I guess
sucks.
it's not true. There was other younger kids there,
Yeah.
but you still didn't get in trouble.
Well,
so.
you're still
didn't.
supplying. I think you're still supplying minors, like no matter what.
Oh yeah, because they're still not 21. Knowing they were 21.
No,
yeah,
there's-
true. Yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, you were supplying minors anyway.
Yeah, that's basically.
But
At
the
the-
high schoolers is probably worse because then you have parents showed up, dude.
Yeah.
That's the shit.
It was kind of nice too. I've never gotten to do a sobriety test. I got to do my first
Oh,
sobriety
hell
test
yeah.
ever there because he asked, he was like, "Does anyone think they're good to drive home?" I was like, "Yeah, I think I might be."
I might be.
It might
I
be.
might be. And he's like, "Okay." Come in the back room. He's like, it felt like for 5 minutes he was doing it, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I thought it was just how good you locked in. Apparently, it's when you go way off to the side, your eyes will like shudder. Like they move back and
Wait,
forth.
really?
They'll do like a rapid movement when it's way off to the side. It's not like how well you follow the pen.
I thought it was like when you look and like it's like drunk people can't look with their eyes, so they have to move their head.
How he explained it to me is like literally when you're on the outway looking, like the furthest you can look on your eye, like
Yeah.
the furthest strain to the side, your eye will start to twitch back. When if you're sober, it will like stay focused way out to the outside.
Whoa.
That's why they don't want you to turn your head, because then you don't have to like strain your eyes looking way off to the side.
Interesting.
So, or at least
So
that's
he-
how he explained
so wait,
it to me.
this cop gave you fucking cheat codes for passing a
Well,
sobriety
you
test?
you
while
can't. That's
taking
what
a
it proved to me.
sobriety
You
test?
can't do it. It's like a reflex. When your eyes way to the outside, it'll either automatically flinch or it won't. It taught me you
Oh,
can't
what?
cheat that test. Because I thought
Okay.
if you just really focus and follow the pen, that's it. It's literally just
Yeah.
an involuntary act your eye does.
Oh, that's kind of crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like,
That explains things a lot more to me
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
That
Well,
would be a
it
lot
was kind
better.
of a little insightful, and I
Yeah.
did not get in trouble. I just had to. I didn't
Not drive
pass.
home.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
pass the test.
You didn't pass, fair enough.
So, fair enough. I was asked to either stay there or walk home, and my house is like, I don't know, a 2-minute walk from his house, so I just walked home.
Fair. Fair enough.
And then that
not
was
a
like
problem
the
at
end
that
of
point.
me at that charade. And by that time,
So
the
what
cops
else
were gone.
happened?
I mean, I got in trouble with my parents, but that's about it. I like woke up the next morning and the house was trashed.
Oh, that's the worst.
Just the
Yeah.
close group members really slept over. None of like the random kids were all out of there by
A
then.
few
Oh,
random
yeah, that
ones, but I
makes
woke
sense.
up
Oh, was there a
late.
few?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
All
guess I
the
wasn't
the randos get out ASAP, dude.
They wake up and they're like, their first mission is I need to get out of this house.
Yeah, they wake up more alert at
Yeah.
6 a.m. than they ever have for school.
Yeah, they're like grabbing all their shit, like getting their friends up, like we gotta go.
Yeah. Do you want to stay clean? No, me neither. Let's go.
It is like the worst. So when you wake up and you're just like in such an uncomfortable place, like with none of the
Yeah.
things you want around you.
You're missing like your phone. Like,
Yeah,
half
you're
your
just like,
belongings.
please get me the hell out of here.
Yeah, you're gross. You smell like alcohol. You've been like,
Yeah,
you got a crick
that
in
is,
your
like,
neck 'cause you've
the
been
last
sleeping
place you
half on a
wanna be.
couch. Yeah, that's
like
a terrible
3 other
place.
people.
Yeah, literally. Been cuddling with random people and you get up and you're just like, who the fuck are you? Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, dude, that's a good one. That's a good story. That's a good story.
Thank you.
No, that definitely was a fun experience.
Yeah, it ended up being a good experience. I don't regret it. So.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't go. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm glad I something my intuition I guess at that night was like just don't do it. But yeah,
No, it was fun.
it was similar to mine. Yeah, I told you the first half earlier.
Yeah.
But I'll repeat it. I guess after my apple, naturally.
Got to chew it down.
Gotta. Okay, so I can't remember where I was, but I'll just restart. So it's like 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
It's like 9 o'clock, and all of a sudden, I like go to my fucking table downstairs. Like I'm just trying to have like a small No, I wasn't trying to have a small party. I put it on my story. But I was. It's like
Enough
9
to have,
o'clock.
Like a good time, you know.
Yeah, just like a
Yeah.
good time. I put up like possible open house, like swipe up for the Addy. And then some random people came. But these random people happened to be attractive girls. So I was like, all right, of
They
course
just
you
happen
can
to
come.
be.
They just
That's
happen to be,
accidental.
naturally, you know? Then the ones that I allowed to come by happen to be hot girls. It's fun. But at like 9:30, there was like 6 girls standing around my dining room table just going like, nah. Like, I guess I'm not going to say my address, but they're like giving their address out on my story. And being like, open house, pull up, everybody. And
Pull
all
to
of a
the
sudden,
house.
yeah, pull up to the house, giving my address out. All of a sudden, and like not even an hour later, there's like 150 kids in my house. Like
Jesus.
literally, dude, like people are just like, it's people that I know, and then all of a sudden it's people I don't fucking know. And I'm like, okay about it. I'm like, cool, what the fuck's going, like, this is awesome.
Project X, kinda.
Kind of, sort of, like it felt like it at the time. I felt like I won't lie, I felt like a little badass the first half of that. I was like, I'm sick, dude. I'm throwing a
Running
crazy
the show.
ranger right now, yeah. And so there's like, I like literally up here in my room, it's like, it's heads. You cannot see the fucking floor. Like, it's just people. And this is like the smoke room upstairs. And then out there, they're all playing Fortnite on that TV. And it's just fucking heads. And then, like, there's nobody in the second floor, which was super.
remember
I
the
still think it's
Fortnite.
super weird. Yeah, the Fortnite
The
was.
second floor, there's never people on. It's like they're either like down there like partying, or it's kind of like the middle floor, you know.
Yeah,
Where you go
dude.
to like take a break.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah, exactly. It was the break floor. It's like purgatory.
Yeah.
Literally. But so there's nobody on the second floor, and then you go down to the bottom floor, and it's just fucking heads everywhere. And like, I was trying to turn the music down, they're turning it back up. I told you the story. Oh, I told you about like, I come the first time I go downstairs, because the whole time I'm not really partying, I'm just like freaking out because all of a sudden there's like
You're the only one not enjoying yourself.
yeah, I'm just like, how is there all these people here all of a sudden, and now there's cars all the way up the street, like. So, I shouldn't eat an apple in the middle of my story. That don't make sense.
Food's gonna be your downfall.
I know.
You went with the tater tots the first time. Now the apples. It's gonna be a dangerous road.
Dangerous Road, this podcast really is good, hitting some road bumps. So that girl, that fucking, I come around the, alright, so, the thing I remember vividly, most vividly probably, about the actual party itself, is when I come around the corner of that basement door, dude. I walk around the basement, like there's like my basement area, and then there's a corner that goes into my living room. And on my living room wall, there's like all kinds of pictures. And it's like tons of family photos and shit. So, there's this girl who like I didn't really know, but I kinda knew. She's just like bigger chick. And she's just fucking, yeah. And the best terms I can say that aren't bad, she's a bigger chick, and I walk around the corner, and she's carrying a bottle of Ciroc, and all of a sudden, she just walks in, and she just goes fucking doosh, and like, trucks the fucking wall, and all of my pictures, and they just come down. And all of a sudden, and then I watch her just start stomping on the pictures, and just stomping on the glass, and rubbing it into the carpet. And I'm sitting there like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, I don't know, I'm so fucking drunk, and then like walks over to the living room, and I just was like dumbfounded, and I just walked away. I was like, I don't have time to deal with that right now. And so like 11 o'clock rolls around, or like 11:30 rolls around, and I'm like, I get a call from my parents, and they're like, yeah, like my neighbors. The neighbors are like, there's what's going on? Like, what's going on at the house? The neighbors say that there's cars parked
always
all
the
the way up the
goddamn
fucking
neighbors.
street. It's always the goddamn neighbors. Fucking neighbors, man.
You need to buy your neighbor's house so you can throw bigger parties.
True, dude. I gotta buy those neighbors' house because they're like in the
Oh,
woods.
okay.
They would never know.
Yeah.
Nobody would know. But it's too late now. It's just gonna be legal whenever I throw a party. So like whatever. But yeah, no. So luckily the neighbors didn't call the cops. I will say. But somebody did.
Yeah.
But allegedly.
Most likely your neighbors.
Yeah, allegedly they didn't call the cops.
Yeah, or they
but
drove
we'll
by
see.
the road and there's cars all the way
Yeah.
to the top, and
What
they're
the fuck
like,
is going on
True.
down
we
there?
should check
Like-
out what's going down in that little cul-de-sac.
People keep showing up.
Yeah.
No,
Cars
but
are just going in and out.
But dude, the fucked up thing is, so that happened at 11:30, and so like 11:30 rolls around, and I was just like, when that happened, I was like, fuck, fine. I start kicking everybody out. The problem is that everybody that I didn't know, I start kicking out first, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that everybody that I start kicking out is from like Portland, and like a majority of these people that I'm kicking out happen to be black. So now, as I'm kicking them out, and as like me and this kid Anthony are kicking them, like he's kind of strong man in this
Bones?
shit, like yelling at him. No.
Oh.
The other one.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But he's like kind of strong man in it, like screaming, and I'm just like, dude, get the fuck out of my house, like kind of like being the timid house owner, I guess.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I start hearing, oh yeah, kick all the black kids out. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing right now. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have a race war on my hands
And
now.
you never
Like,
want a
fucking
race
A.
war in your own house.
Never want a race
That's
war in your own
rule
house.
one of a party. Don't let it turn into a race war in your own house.
Dude, exactly, and that's what I'm thinking. Like, great, I'm
That's
about
what
to
it's
break
leading
rule
to.
number 1. I'm gonna fucking have a race war in my house all of a sudden. Luckily, it doesn't explode into that, but I'm terrified because it's like, I'm not trying to kick out the black kids. I just didn't know any of them.
Yeah.
I knew a couple of them, sure.
Blame it on Scarborough.
And I didn't kick them out.
Blame it
What?
on the system.
I said blame it on the system. Blame it on Scarborough.
Blame it on the system, dude. It's fucking Scarborough suburban lifestyle, man. All kinds of white kids.
Goddamn Kuchenberger.
Dude, the beginning of that was a little sketchy.
Kuchenberger?
Yeah, that's our superintendent. He's not saying kook right now, by the way. Kuchenberger, our
That's
superintendent.
That's a racist term.
That's
Is
a
it?
racist term,
Yeah.
yeah. Not Kuchenberger, but kook is a racist term.
Son of a bitch. See, look at that.
Starting a
See,
race war
And-
again.
it's
Goddamn
like
system,
it's like
man.
it's programmed in. That's
Yeah.
son of a gun.
They didn't even teach us all the terms not to say, man. It's not our
Son of a
fault.
bitch.
But yeah, no, luckily it doesn't erupt into a race war. We keep the tensions down. But like, as I'm kicking people out, like, more people are showing up. And I'm like in the street being like, yeah, no, you guys gotta leave. Like, turn around. And, like, people are showing up and they're like, oh yeah, is this a party? Is this a party? And I'm like, does it look like the party? Like, this is the party? First of all, yeah, obviously. Second of all, do you see the flood of people coming out? Like, yeah, no, they're leaving. Like, it's not the party anymore. So I kick everybody out, and there's like, at this point, there's probably like 15 kids left, including C-Dot. Shout out to C-Dot.
C-Dot showed up here some point?
C-Dot was here. C-Dot and Aussie Tom, I think.
What time? They must have showed up later. What time were
Dude,
they?
they were here. No, dude, they were here like earlier.
Okay, I just do not remember C-Dot.
There was
actually
one
at
point
all.
C-Dot was in my living room giving a concert. Like lip syncing
Was
to
I
his
there?
songs.
Because I just do not recall that happening at
Dude,
all.
apparently so. That happened.
Okay,
Apparently
I
got a
must have
video
missed
of it.
something really bad then, because that would have been my highlight for sure.
I think
felt
you
like
missed
I
it, dude.
spaced- Jesus.
I'm sorry, man.
I don't know where I was when that was happening.
I don't-
If I was playing
I was
the
playing
Fortnite,
Fortnite.
and watching that, then I really screwed myself.
Dude, honestly, I missed that too. And when people tell me that, I go, I don't fucking believe you.
There's
Other
a C-Dot
videos of it?
concert in your house.
I think I saw like some video of him like lip syncing to one of his songs. Like, but he was like, yeah. Apparently there was a C-Dot concert in my house. Little,
many people can
little
say
to my
that?
knowledge.
Yeah.
Not many, dude. Like,
That's a pretty nice
I don't think
accolade
anybody.
to have.
Yeah, for sure, it worked out well.
Put
but
it
I
on your
mean,
job
like,
resume.
yeah.
Had a C-Dot party in my
Had a
C-Dot
C-Dot
concert
concert at house party
Yeah.
at house in high school.
Got live music
Certified
going.
badass.
No,
No, so
hired
what?
immediately.
Yeah, they're like, oh, dude, word. They're like, who's C-Dot? I show them a song. They're like, all right, you're in. But yeah, no. So what happened was that there was like 15 kids there. They're downstairs. C-Dot and like, I guess I got like Strooms was there, Nips is there, a bunch of people that I knew. But this is only that because I remember because they stayed afterwards. But I had finally gotten upstairs, and finally there's peace and quiet in my room, right?
Yeah.
Like finally I'm about to hang out with the. I'll admit it. I had a girl in my room all of a sudden, and I was like, oh word! I'm about to finally enjoy this fucking
Why
night.
through the party in the first place?
Yeah, it literally, exactly. I succeeded in my goal, and as I'm succeeding in my goal, I get a knock on the door from C-Dot going, "Yo, Tyler, just thought you should know cops are here." I was like, "Fuck, dude."
Goddamn C-Dot.
God
Coming
damn
out with
it.
the bad news.
Yeah, like what
But
the hell,
who
man?
would you rather give bad news from?
I don't know.
This might as
Nobody
well be
else.
C-Dot.
I was glad it was C-Dot at first.
At
What
first.
happened? So what I learned later was that, or so I guess. Oh wait, I'll keep going. So what happened was that I left and I was like, oh fuck. They had turned all the lights off downstairs and everybody had run upstairs to hide.
Classic move.
Classic move. They were like shining the light in the door, and C-Dog goes, "Don't worry, bro. I'll take care of it. I got this." So I'm like, at this point, I'm drunk enough to just be like, "Word, dude, you got this. You've probably dealt with it before." I'm believing every word. I'm like, thank God he's my savior. And he goes down and he starts talking to him, and he's like, "Nah, not opening the door. You gotta go. You gotta leave." And they go, "Caleb?" They go, "Caleb?" Like, is that you? Is that you? And I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm from the top of the stairs. I'm like, fuck. And like, bail check. And they try to get him out because I guess he's on a bail check or some shit, right?
Oh shit.
So they're doing.
Dang, so that
bail.
was the worst kid to send.
It
The
was
kid
the-
with like a warrant with bail on his name.
Yeah,
The only
literally.
person that would actually be wanted there for anything is the one who said the answer at the door.
Yeah, dude.
They immediately know too. They're like, "Are you wanted for something?"
Yeah,
What are
they're
you
like,
doing here?
you know we know your voice. We've seen you like 8 times the past couple weeks. Like, what are you talking about? And so, yeah, so that happens. We don't let him in. He runs upstairs. He's like, fuck, dude, I don't know. And then we all run upstairs to my room. And we're hiding in my room. And then, all of a sudden, they come upstairs. They broke in through my fucking basement.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they? What was?
I learned later on they got permission from my parents to just go
okay.
inside the house, but they broke in through my garage door, through my basement, up the house, up the stairs, and then into the 3rd floor to find us, which is fucking
Were they
so
pissed
extra.
when they got up there?
They weren't happy, that's for sure. but yeah, no, they definitely weren't happy. And then this girl and my friend Zach and then some other kids just started hiding under the bed. And then I literally when they came upstairs, I kind of did a pussy move. And I turned over and I put my head down and I pretended to be totally slumped out. And
So
I
you wouldn't have
waited
to
until
deal
they
with it?
shook me. Yeah, I was like, if I sleep, they won't wake me up.
And
They won't know who the house owner was. And then they did. But yeah,
They
no.
figured it out.
They figured it out at
Put
the
the
end.
pieces together.
Yeah, but no, yeah. Then we all got in trouble. But the worst part I was gonna say earlier, but the worst part about having high schoolers there was because what they did was they took the high schoolers in the living room and all of the of age people over in the dining room or whatever, and they signed them all summonses. But then the high schoolers all had to get their parents called, and Maddie was there. So all of a sudden, our gym teacher is fucking rolling into my house, and I look at him, and he just gives me this look
of just pure disappointment.
Pure disappointment. It was like anger, shock, and disappointment all wrapped into one.
He just got woke up at 3 a.m. to go pick his daughter up.
Yeah, dude. Which is so fucking shitty. Richard's right. It was 3 a.m. too because they didn't come for 2 more hours. Because what they told me was that some kid hit him up because they were I guess they were pissed that we kicked him out, and so they called the cops on me.
It's such a dick move.
Such a dick move.
Could you actually imagine Olympic party? Let's see who's partying now.
Yeah,
Call the cops.
Exactly. It's the race war thing, man. I think they were pissed. I think they were I literally think they were yeah, this fucking kid. Fuck this white boy kicking all the black people. Which, fair. Totally fair in the way that it looked. Yeah. If that was actually the case, that would completely be reasonable to call the cops on me. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case. It just looked like that was the case. So, it happened anyways, which was pretty shitty. But yeah, no, I guess that's what happened. But the best part about it was that there was this like that kid in the attic. There was this one girl that hid in that closet.
Yeah.
For
there's a closet there.
hours. Yeah, there's a closet behind that little sloth thing.
God.
It's a money hiding spot right
That
there.
is a money
dude.
hiding spot.
She hid there for hours, and we didn't even know she was there until hours after we were the cops were gone, and we were just hanging out up here.
And then all of a sudden, a girl comes out. Are you
Yeah.
were you guys just what the fuck is going on? How long
Yeah.
have you been in there?
Literally, we were what the fuck's happening? What? You could have come out way earlier. Sorry, should have told us,
She
dude.
preferred being in there for.
At a certain point,
Yeah.
she didn't she had this day for the cops, but then she just got comfortable.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe I can make a life in here.
Yeah.
Give it a run.
Oh, I found a chair. I can make a bed.
Not too bad, eh?
Not too shabby.
For a girl that didn't have a chair or a bed coming into tonight, now I got both.
I'll just haunt this kid for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I
Just
think,
always banging on the walls, rattling the pipes.
Yeah.
I think your party story beats mine, though. To be
Nah,
honest with you.
I think your party story is just as good, honestly.
You had 150 people there. That's pretty good.
Dude, that's an estimate totally based out of hubris.
There was more than 30 though.
It was
There was.
more than 30. But it's not about the amount of people, bro, because, you know,
I
you
got
can
away with
still
it.
get it. Yeah, I got,
Well,
yeah, exactly.
did either you get
I got
away with
6
it?
months
You both had
probation.
the cops there.
You
I
got
don't.
6 months probation.
Oh,
100 hours community
Can I
service.
tell you the
and
funniest,
I was on the
like,
graffiti busters.
and this is no slight to you in the slightest way. The funniest thing you ever did, and you weren't trying to be funny, when we were all just sitting at my table watching the news, you pop up cleaning graffiti, whatever you do. I don't remember the exact lines like you said, but I didn't know you were gonna do it. We're all just sitting there, and I just see. I'm like, "Is that Tyler?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm just like cleaning up, giving back to the community and stuff." I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm just losing it at the table."
You saw the news report?
Yes, is what I mean. Like, we were
That's
literally
so
sitting with
good.
my family, and you came on, and I literally lost it. I was like, what is happening right now? This is the best shit ever.
Yo, that's fucking awesome.
You're just, like, cleaning up graffiti, wasn't it? Right?
So when I did my community service, I did it through this service called like Learning Curves or something.
Yeah.
But what was in the program was that they had a contract with the city of Portland where you would go out and clean graffiti off the walls. And so just one day I show up to like my regular shift, and they're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, ABC News is gonna be doing a report on you." I'm like, "What?" Like what the
On you,
fuck?
specifically?
No, just like on them.
Oh, okay.
But they're like,
You did have a
you're
good
cool with
segment.
being in on this, right? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. They're like, they want to interview you. I was like, oh great, this is exactly what I want to do right now. And then they asked me what I was doing. They like asked me why I was there, and I was just, like, all I could say was like yeah, I threw a party.
I threw a fucking sick party.
Yeah, I should have hyped it up. I
Yeah.
should have just been like, I threw a rager, dude. It was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Quite frankly,
Totally
people
worth the
couldn't
graffiti.
handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Apparently,
just weren't ready for this type of rager, to be honest with you.
yeah, the main district courts couldn't hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that happened. But I love that you actually saw it on the news, because I remember being like, nobody's gonna watch this shit.
No, I
And then-
remember watching that. That was so
Were
fun.
you the one that got the video to like everybody I fucking knew? Because all of a sudden
Possible.
everybody
That's
saw it, and I was like,
I
oh
don't, I
great.
don't remember because I feel like I would have either had to record it or I don't know, maybe I definitely texted
It was on
someone that
YouTube.
was like Tyler was just on
It's
the
on
news
YouTube?
or something.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
You could look it up as some.
Yeah, maybe
gotta put that
I'll
on
link it
your
in the
merch.
description. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put that in my merch, dude,
Yeah, on the
for
back,
sure.
you got
Like,
tie
you
edge on the
cleaning
edge and-
graffiti?
yeah,
Yeah.
and a tie
Yeah.
edge on the news.
Under, I'll just be like, yeah, I threw a party.
Yeah, oh, that'd be sick. Just a
Yeah.
quote from it, you pull up, throw it on.
Yeah, dude.
Only
Yeah,
give
I
it to people
threw
that
a
were at the
party.
party too, so it becomes
True.
like a limited
Limited.
supply.
True.
That's it. You gotta do everything like
Yeah,
very
or-
limited.
Or you pay the $100 in my Patreon.
Yeah. If you join the
either.
Patreon, you can also get one.
100%.
If you
Yeah,
become,
the most
like-
expensive version of the Patreon.
If you
Yeah.
become a Tater member, Thoughts
Yeah.
member, or something.
Tater
then-
Thought, dude, we're the best potato-based
Call
club
them
on the
Tater
internet.
Thoughts,
Oh,
like
not club, cult.
THOTS.
Cult.
Yeah,
That's
I
what you should call your fan base.
I should yeah, they'll be the Tater
Tater
Thoughts.
Thoughts,
Yeah. And we're a cult. We're a potato-based cult.
You're a cult.
Who
Yeah,
sometimes
you're
eats
cold.
apples.
Yeah, who sometimes eat apples.
We'll substitute the two.
If you
Yeah,
hold your
we'll go
nose,
back
it kinda
and
tastes
forth.
like a potato.
Yeah,
Why you eat
exactly. Exactly.
Have you seen the episode of The Office where they like do that? The Creed, they're like doing bets around the
Yeah.
office, and they're like, odds we can replace Creed's apple with a potato right now, and he doesn't notice, and everyone's like, no way, and they do. He just picks it up, starts eating the potato.
Yeah. That one's awesome. Alright, boys. On that note, I think I gotta stop filming. I think we're
Yeah.
at like 2 hours or
Are
something
we
shit
really?
like that. Yeah, dude. Time flies when you're doing this shit.
It does.
Like, what time is it? Yeah, it's 12.
Oh shit.
20.
Yeah, we're probably at like 3 hours. But yeah,
3
thanks for
hours.
coming on, Connor and
Yeah.
Clay. Appreciate you boys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Ty Edge.
Thank you.
Let's do it again for
Thanks
sure.
For having us.
Yeah, anytime. Peace out, everybody.
Wow, you made it to the end? That's incredible. I just want to say props to you. Hats off, soldier. You're a fucking hero. If you really want to be a hero, though, give me money. Just kidding, though. I love you no matter what. You don't have to do anything, baby. You're the best. You're the best. You're better than the rest. But if you buy my Patreon, I'll whisper sweet nothings in your ear. Well, digitally, because, you know, viruses and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna stop rambling. Good night, everybody. See ya.